Hello and welcome to the party dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM Blake Peoples / court-mandated Catboy Sona, and this is your cast. Hello, everybody. We're playing D&D. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we're playing D&D. That's the big thing. Other things to note: we're playing Lancer next week, so get excited for that. For real this time. We're actually gonna do it this time. And yeah, that's all I have to say. How are you guys? Okay. Alright. And Chad, I hope, is doing well. Hello, Elliot. Hello, Peebs. Hello, Ricky. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, okay. Do we want to just, like, jump straight into D&D? I know usually we preamble it a little bit, but we could just... Okay. Phoenix, for some reason, has become just a soundboard from the early 2000s, I guess. I don't know what happened to him, but...
Board one day.
We did find a Pitbull soundboard. If those of you who watched the main campaign on the YouTube saw the rise and fall of that, don't worry about it, chat. I fixed the problem where you could only hear me. Yeah, Phoenix's soundboard. You're caught up, basically. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say unless you guys want to bring something up, like, desperately to my attention and to the attention of our adoring fans.
Life update, chat. I've known Chelsea for about 4 or 5 years now. And when we first met, we exchanged numbers, and she gave me the wrong number, and I've been texting her for years.
We figured out that phone number was given out at a cast party. So either I gave you the wrong number, or you typed it in wrong, or a combination of both.
I think that it was, like, really wrong, like, not even close. Which implies it's not like a typo, or like, oh, I said the wrong number. That implies it's just false.
I think there were, like, maybe 3 or 4 numbers that were correct, but not even in the right spot.
There's only 10 digits to choose from. Like, that's really bad odds.
And there's only 10 digits in a number.
Oh god.
The area code is not a real area code. Like, yeah, I think Chelsea gave me a fake one. She was like, "Who's this fucking kid?"
I did not. I did not. I did not. But hey, I had your number.
That's the thing. You had my number correct. So I think I gave my number correct.
What tipped it off to you when I would actually respond to your Facebook messages?
Wait.
Not your text messages?
Did you never text Michael ever? And he's...
I usually did it through Facebook Messenger.
These days.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever texted any of you.
Phoenix.
I texted Phoenix.
Phoenix Fritch. Hold on, Phoenix Fritch. You're right here, but it's screaming.
I text for work a lot.
We Facebook messaged for the first, like, year of our relationship.
What
You
changed?
don't want to give me your number.
No. No, you got my
She gave him a
number
fake
from
number.
from a mutual friend.
Yeah.
That's dedication, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently they can barely hear us.
I turned you all up really loud, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I'm turned up.
Okay.
Okay.
I should get turn up. Yeah,
Are we
so
getting turned up?
we established Chelsea hates me. I was texting her legitimately every day about my dinner. And I just thought it was a bit that she would never respond.
No.
I just thought it was a fun bit. Oh, Chelsea never answers my text, so I'll just do the Facebook. But then I was just like, oh wait, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I respond to those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Peeps, the area code was not even an area code. That's an area code for spam bots.
F. You hate
So
to
no
see
one
it.
was getting my... Should I make guacamole and lime shrimp with rice?
Yeah, I feel.
You definitely should, and drive up here and give it to Phoenix and I. Phoenix has been wanting shrimp.
Did you guys have
shrimp?
I bought a lot of shrimp. I need to start using it. Did you guys have the cauliflower rice or did leftovers?
Yeah. I had the cauliflower rice.
Not normal rice.
Hmm.
Guys,
do you
Chipotle
not like
does
veggies?
cauliflower rice now.
No, I like veggies. Sometimes I don't like cauliflower. I'm a little particular about my cauliflower.
Does it have to buy you dinner first? Like,
The cauliflower? Sure. I guess I'd be pretty impressed with that cauliflower if it bought me dinner first.
I like how Peter's just asleep
Yeah,
until
Peter's-
he's like, "Oh, we're gonna start."
We haven't started yet. I'm gonna deactivate.
Cauliflower,
It's
I'm
Robot
listening.
Peter.
It's been
once
a long
cauliflower
day.
enters the chat, Peter's like,
Cauliflower.
I'm
Listen.
out.
Cauliflower is inferior to broccoli.
That's true.
oh yeah.
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 Broccoli can't
100%.
really become rice as well.
Cauliflower? I barely
Yeah, but
know her.
But if I
Oh.
want rice, there's this great alternative called rice.
Yeah, but you want to sneak in your veggies, so you're like, "I'm eating rice," but
I just
really,
eat
it's like
veggies.
the adult. It's the adult. Oh no!
It's the adult.
Oh no!
The broccoli-
Flintstone vitamins.
The
Flintstones
adult
vitamins.
Flintstones vitamins are just vitamins.
Oh no! I should have to take my vitamins.
Got some
Good job.
vitamins to take.
Remember when this was a D&D podcast?
Podcast.
Podcast?
Since when, buddy?
Podcast. I'll do a
Literally just
podcast.
take the audio off and it's a podcast.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Yeah.
easier
Yeah.
said than done.
They were buy one get one free, so I have my men's multi, and I have fish oil.
Nice. Oily.
I had to pick after the men's multi. I was like, what's the free one I get? And I don't know why fish oil really called to me.
Nice. I think I figured out the sound issue, by the way, so I might have missed a lot of what just happened, but I think we're good on sound. I don't know what happened.
We were
But...
just hating on cauliflower for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But, anyway.
I don't dislike it, it's just...
I mean, like,
Goodbye, Phoenix.
Phoenix left.
the cauliflower lobbyists are really not doing their job then.
Remember at the beginning when I said we should just jump right into it today? And now it's been
It's a sound
this,
problem.
the most unhinged opener we've ever had.
Guys, can someone tell me what fish oil does? Wait, I need to get water.
Makes your
gonna-
breath really
I'm
bad.
gonna die right now. Every time
Okay.
someone sits down, someone else stands up. Peter, get your ass back here, Peter!
You can start. I'm ready.
I'm
Start
not
narrating.
starting without you. Yeah, that'd be really
We're all just
funny, Nick.
we're all just avoiding the inevitable TPK that you told us
Okay,
about.
so I should let everybody know today in our group chat I messaged, so you're gonna be leveling up during the session today, so have a level 4 ready or have a level 4 backup character in case you don't survive that long. Not meaning to like start a panic, because there's nothing in particular today that would, go horribly wrong, I don't think. But just because you should always have a backup character, and it started a bit of a panic.
You know what you did, Blake Peebles.
I guess. I was tired. I woke up like 5 hours earlier than I usually do, so.
Do you know how long it takes me to just think of a name?
Yeah, do you know how
Una,
long it takes you
hold
to
on.
think of a name?
Una
What's
took
the
me at
name?
least
Any other
3
words
days.
smell as sweet?
Finn took me 2 weeks.
Finn? Alright.
I just think every name sounds lame.
Hey,
The name
dude.
either comes dead last or before everything else for
Yeah,
me.
no. I
Yeah.
used to get really hung up on names, but then I realized as a DM I have to come up with like 500 names a session, so I've just been like, whatever, they're dumb, and then you guys make fun of the names all the time, so like it doesn't even matter.
Blake, one of my favorite characters of yours started with you showing up to a session and the DM going, "What's your character's name?" and you going, "Fuck," and grabbing the player's handbook.
Yeah. Is that Theron? Is that how Theron happened?
Theron, I believe, is one of like the example names.
Oops.
That's true. That's another similarity between Finn and Una. The glowing eyes.
That's true.
Yeah,
I was telling Phoenix that eventually all my characters are just the same.
I think that's true for everyone, really.
And then like with this backup one, I tried so hard, and yet still similarities.
Hey man, it's all about playing a character you want to play, you know. So doesn't
Like,
matter
once-
if it's the same.
Blake once told me every character is either who you want to be or who you are but won't admit.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Like, go down the line and say about each of us.
No. But I do
I
know
really like.
some former folks who that really applied to. And if you want to see that in practice, watch the Salad Bowlers campaign.
Watch the
Stop
Fate
talking about
Breakers.
me like
Oh.
that, Blake.
Well, it was true for you. You were you were a badass blonde woman with magic who was used to being treated well, which is what you want to be in life, and also every character you stand in every show. So
Yeah, I really like naming conventions in D&D because I like how your friend could be named like someone give me like a fantasy name,
Una.
like a very long flowery one.
I don't know.
Theron
Sintreth of the Valen Lyceum.
Yeah. And then right next to them is Diane.
Yeah.
Next to Theron was Dimitri.
Yeah. Not that kind of Dr. Dimitri. Vociferous Greeble. Oh, I forgot about him. Interesting. Interesting that you bring up Quiet Year. Anyway, let's jump into today's session of
Don't
D&D.
say that.
It's gonna be Diane.
Let's jump on into it. So, last time on Dungeon Party Bright Futures, the crew got fucked in Blast Ball. In their defense, the other team was cheating pretty hard. Before doing so, they took a week to study and do some fun extracurricular activities, paint a room poorly and then better later, all sorts of stuff. And then they tricked the Egg Boy into thinking that he had in fact lost the Blast Ball game, so they don't have to make good on their promise to be his servants for a month.
Wait, that actually worked?
For now. Especially because the next day, pretty much the next day, you were told you're going out of town for a week on a field trip to assist a town to the southeast of where you are right now with a bit of a problem that they've run into. When we left off, it was the night before the field trip was to be. Brom showed up, told them the details, and told them to be ready bright and early in the morning for a week-long journey.
I thought when you said we're going on a journey to assist.
Yeah, to assist.
a
Assist in
giant
the earth.
assist?
Yeah. Gross.
We had the giant assist.
But yeah, that's literally where we left off. So if there's anything anybody wants to do the night before the journey, let me know now. Otherwise, we'll jump straight into it.
Blake, is this considered week 3?
This is...
Or just for my notes?
It'll be the third week of classes, yeah.
Got
Week
it.
1 was the first 9 sessions. Week 2
Yeah.
was the 10th session. And Week 3 starts on the 11th session.
Beautiful.
I think we might hit week 4 by session 20.
I mean, Sean D should really polish his swords before because it's kind of weird and awkward to do it on the road.
I believe that's what I was doing when we ended last time,
Oh,
actually.
you're right.
He was moodily polishing his swords, yeah. Alright, yeah, I mean, we could just... Oh, looks like you got something.
I'm just gonna make sure that I bring along some of my dad's plays to help Tether learn to read
Cool.
while we're on the trip.
Teach me to read.
Because it is the only books I own.
Cool. Yeah, anything else anybody wants to pack specifically? I assume you pack all your equipment that you would normally do, but if there's anything else anyone wants to take, now's a good time to announce it. Cool.
Is that eel bad?
What?
Is still some eel? Remember the giant eel died?
eh,
Did it go bad?
I think the eel's been either consumed or thrown out at this point. It's yeah.
Okay,
This
so
has
bringing
been-
some along would be too smelly.
Yeah, significantly over a week since that happened, so it's not keeping too well. Seafood doesn't keep.
Seafood, yeah, okay.
Cool. So we pick up the next morning, and I open this. Cool. Bright and early, just like your futures. The next morning, a heavy-duty wagon branded with the Bright Futures program's seal will arrive. I can show you. The seal's the one on the I made a seal for the Bright Futures program. I'll show you later. It arrives, and yeah, the driver hops out of the car as you're all being roused or gathered by Brahm, depending on how early you get up. Driver's a human man in his mid-40s with slightly graying hair. He gets out and he starts quietly talking to the 3 horses that are pulling the cart. Brahm, after gathering you up, sort of gestures to this cart. There are seats in the cart, you should know. He says, so this is how we're going to be getting down to Wilter's Watch. You can sit wherever you want. The driver's name is Richard Melitok, and he comes on good authority. He comes by recommendation. He's been hauling folk all across Renarcia for years. This is not my first time working with him. Show him the respect you'd show me, and we'll be good. I'm going to go grab my stuff, but why don't you load on up and get ready for the journey.
So this is like an open cart?
Yeah, it's a cart with just open to the air, but there are several rows of seats, sort of like bench-like seats in it.
What's the name of the driver?
Oh, I see.
Richard Melitok.
Richard Melitok.
Mr.
Mellitoc. Sorry, what'd you say?
Mr. Malikoff?
He turns and he smiles at you. Yes?
Can I ride on one of the horses?
Oh, I'm afraid that Gray, Abigail, and Thunder here are going to be doing enough work dragging the cart along. But every time we take a break, you're more than welcome to help me feed them.
Okay.
And he sort of smiles at you gently, and then goes back to grooming his horses. Yeah. Before too long, Elitha also shows up. She has a massive bag on her back, and she's carrying a huge stack of books as well, which she carries past you, just nods to you curtly, and then climbs into the wagon and starts setting up in one of the front seats. She is, I wrote down where she's sitting, up in front on the right. She sits down and instantly begins sort of poring over the scrolls and books that she's brought along with her.
Turn sits in the front.
I was gonna sit in the front.
There's room for 3.
There's room for more than 3. You could probably fit 2 people on each bench.
Oh. Would you like to sit next to me, Tether?
Sure.
So you go over to the front and the left. Brahm comes back and he looks at where you were sitting and sort of just pauses for a minute and then shakes his head and walks to the back on the left and sits down there.
Yeah, nerds in the back, Brahm.
I guess Randy's just gonna get like sort of in the middle on the right.
Cool.
Where's everyone? I'm sorry.
So,
Wow, classic rogue.
I was trying to figure out how to make my Google Doc in dark mode.
Oh.
Because I don't like when my
usable.
face looks
Lights up.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Elitha is sitting front right. Turn and Tether are sitting front left. Brahm is sitting back left. Shandi's sitting in the middle. either on the front or on the right or the left. I don't know.
I believe I said right.
Oh.
I figured you did, which is why I didn't specify.
Heather's already sitting with Turn.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna find an empty seat.
All right, so there's
And,
the
like,
yeah.
Look expectantly. I have all my books, and then I'm just gonna go find an empty seat.
Are you gonna? Okay, so there's an open seat next to Elitha, next to Sean D. There's an
Oh.
empty bench behind Turn and Tether, an empty bench on the right from. So Brahm's over here, empty seat, and then there's an empty one. Sean D's here, empty seat, empty bench, full bench. Elitha, empty.
I don't care. Empty bench anywhere. I don't
Cool.
care.
You're in the
much.
back. You're in the
Yeah,
back on the
fine.
right.
Don't
Septon
care.
will take that last empty bench, kick his feet up.
Figured. Cool. Before too long, Mr. Melitok climbs back into the driver's seat of this wagon, and he gently eases the horses forward, and your adventure begins. And keeps happening for a really long time. Your journey takes you to the southeast, and it's a long, fairly boring journey. Within a couple of hours, as you sort of head down that road that Brum had previously mentioned on your first trip up to Kelshar as being the one that leads you to the Withered Queen's Court, you see over to your left a series of wooded hills, which those of you who are from around here would know as Rakshan's Range. As the year is fast approaching autumn, there are several small patches of orange peeking through the green leaves of the range. The day is sunny, the breeze is comfortable, and the seats have backs. Things are pretty good. Elva continues to pore over her scrolls and tomes, taking notes on a journal that she has on the seat next to her. And Brahm is looking at anything but Elitha. Anything you guys are doing while you enjoy this beautiful day next to these beautiful hills?
Oh, I'm just feeling the sun in my hair and horns, and my birds are flying all around, and I'm pulling stray bird seed out of my hair and throwing it.
Tether is
Isn't it-
talk- No,
I was gonna say, isn't it nice to get outside, Tether?
yeah, I'm really curious how many flies are gonna fly around each horse, because that will demonstrate like who has the smellier manure and probably the most rich manure. And so I was just gonna count them.
All right. I don't think I have the attention span to count flies, but good luck.
And she immediately also ritual cast speak to animals to talk to the horses.
Okay. Which horse are you talking to? Gray, Abigail, or Thunder?
Hi guys, do you mind pulling us?
What do you mean?
Hi, I'm Tether.
What do you
I'm
mean?
Tether. This is my friend Turn, and Elitha's reading. I don't know what she's reading. And back there is my friend Una and Septon and Shandi. Braun is looking over here, but he's there. If he wants to wave, but he's not gonna wave. I was just asking about like if you like mind pulling us.
What do you mean mind pulling you?
Like, is it like, do you like doing it? Is it like, do you like just like pulling things A to B?
That's what we do.
That's cool.
They hum a little harmony with each other as they pull the cart.
They harmonize?
Yeah, they're best friends.
Why couldn't there have been four? They could have been a barbershop.
And yeah, I should have thought of that. No, they quietly hum to themselves as they go through harmonizing, just having a good time. They seem to be enjoying themselves as well. And you do catch, though you get the sense he can't hear the humming that they're doing. The driver is whistling a similar tune. Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
do
they're
that
humming in
too.
horse. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, they're humming in horse speak, which they speak into each other's minds. This is some cool new horse lore I've made for Assyria.
Dang.
All horses are telepathic, but only with each other.
But only with other horses. Yeah, this is what I stayed up all last night and the night before and the night before working on, is the horse lore for Assyria.
Picturing Blake's wall like covered in like cork strings, and he's just like, but what does it mean? He's got like a crumpled up paper with horses question mark on it.
Lorse, indeed, yes. Yeah, no, the day is wonderful. It's beautiful. You don't pass too many people on this road. Every now and again, you pass what looks to be a group of adventurers, just based off of their armaments. You pass maybe one or two homesteads, but it's nowhere near as populated as the road that leads into Kelshar. Just you guys, a cart, and a beautiful open field, and some beautiful wooded hills. You spend the entire day, more or less, just sitting in this cart doing whatever you will. Brown falls asleep in the early afternoon. Yes, Mike, all tether.
Are we allowed to like get up and walk around?
Yeah, there's no reason you really shouldn't be able to. There's not much room to do so in the cart, but
I didn't have any ideas to do that. I just wanted to know if it was a cool thing to do.
fair. Yeah, no, I mean, nobody's told you can't.
Okay, she probably is gonna want to stretch her legs and walk alongside.
Alongside the cart?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. It's pretty quick. You do have to hustle to keep up with it. These are horses pulling it. They're not just moseying, they're like doing their job. So you do have to run to catch up with the cart when you jump out, but you know, it's good exercise. Even if tether isn't the most
Yeah, and then she'll
runner.
lie down in the aisle to like take a breath.
It's just like every exhale your poison spores just fly everywhere. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. So this will be like a 3-hour cycle.
Cool. Yeah, makes some sense. And with the last, as Tether comes back from her last run of the day and is lying face down on the ground, the sun is beginning to set over, not the hills, but the other side of you, because that's where the sun sets. But it does bathe Rakshan's range in this beautiful golden light, and it makes the orange trees stick out even more. It's quite pleasant. You travel maybe an hour after sundown, there's still some of the light coming up from over the horizon despite the sun going down, as fireflies start dancing around next to your cart before Brahm says, all right, let's camp here for the night if that's all right, Richie. And he stops the cart gently and quietly. Brahm hops out and says, so, how many of you guys know how to set up a camp? Turn, I expected. Septon? Sort of? All right, for those of you who don't, come with me, I'll teach you the ropes. For those of you who do, turn, grab us some firewood. Septon, why don't you start clearing out some spaces to sleep? All right. And he sort of leads you off and starts giving you the Boy Scout lessons about how to make a fire and where to look for an ideal camping spot. Meanwhile, the horses have been let off of their leash. What do you call a horse thing? It's not a leash.
A lead.
Reins,
Lead. Thank you. Harness, reins, all work. Yes, they've been let off of that, and they're now grazing in grass nearby as Richie is preparing what looks to be some food for the night. Elitha is asleep in the wagon. But yeah, before too long, camp is all set up. Brahm sort of stretches his arms and says, all right, so Elitha and I can take care of watch for the night, but just so you guys know, when it comes to adventuring, most of the time you're going to have to split up your watches. Most people I've adventured with split up into 3 shifts, but since Elitha's got that elven blood, we only need to take 2. Yes, Tether.
Do you get lonely?
You know, on watches or in general?
Watches, but I can hear the other one too.
Yes. But you can't let that get you distracted. After all, you're the only reason. You're your party's last line of defense against something insane happening. Being mugged by bandits, being attacked by monsters. All sorts of horrible things happen, and they happen doubly as much at night. So, if you're on watch, you can't think about being lonely. You gotta focus on the job at hand.
Cool. I used to do the fall asleep and hope it happens.
Yeah, that doesn't tend to work so much when you're in the line of adventuring in the great open wild. But hey, sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you get dead. So, but yeah, tonight, Elephant, I've got it covered. But for the rest of your little field trip here, once we get to the watch, you're gonna be on your own. So start thinking about who works best at what time of night. All right.
Oh, we should do that now?
Yeah, I mean, something to start thinking about.
Guys, we should start figuring out. Bronze says we should start figuring out what time we work best when we're not sleeping at night.
Alright, I'll leave you to it.
Alright.
I mean,
Who has dark vision?
I only need to sleep 4 hours, so...
So that's half of the night. I need to sleep for 8 hours. Let's see. I can see in the dark pretty well.
Me too.
Me too.
Una?
I feel like we've already had this conversation. So...
It's alright, Una. You can sleep all night long.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about it.
Thanks.
I'll take... I guess among the 4 of us, we could easily cover the whole night. We could do...
Both me and Septon only need 4.
Oh, you only need 4 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, then
Is that
The
part of
two
the
of you
Cynic
can be-
Hybrid race?
No, I thought we talked about it in the beginning because she used to be an elf, but did we nix that?
I don't remember talking about that, but we could do that. That's fine.
No, we don't have to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
really
just have
matter.
it written down.
Well,
I mean, Tether's been staring at Una for half of the nights. So
Yeah.
it's kinda canon.
so, I don't think it really matters too much who does it. At what time, just that we have someone keeping
I
watch
know.
at any given time.
I just wanted to figure it out because Braun seems like a very lonely person, and I don't think we should do like one person at a time because, you know, what if you sneeze at the wrong moment?
And someone's not there to say gesundheit.
Yeah, and in like someone's like walking in the distance, and you sneeze at the exact same time. They're like out in the open, or like what if like you're really tired and you didn't realize it, and you're the only one up, and no one's gonna be there to wake you up.
I appreciate your concern, you hear Brom say as he walks up towards you. But as you can probably notice, I'm very good at this. I've been keeping watch for others since before any of you were born. So I'm gonna
Brom's
keep
an Eagle
doing
Scout.
that.
Of course, that wasn't a slight. I'm sorry.
No. I do appreciate the concern, but I have it covered. Don't worry about yourselves.
Well,
You notice that Elitha now has Brom's coat laid over her in the cart where she was sleeping.
Turn thinks nothing of it.
Yeah, Taylor thinks nothing of it.
I didn't figure they would, but just a detail.
We could roll for it.
Roll for what?
Who takes the shift when?
Okay, I mean, whatever works best for you. Usually, what worked in old adventuring groups of mine is somebody calls first shift, first come, first serves. But if you want to be more organized than that, that's fine. We tend to trade off night by nights as well, because, even if you do get a good chunk of sleep, then you, still not as nice as sleeping the entire night, so.
Do people not like first shift?
I prefer first shift, personally. But that's just because the most is likely to happen during the first shift, and I like to be awake for that, but...
I mean, like I said, I only need 4 hours of sleep, so, I'll take the last 4 hours.
That, makes sense.
I mean, I'll take the first shift.
No, that's usually what, back when Elle and I, or Miss Veerward and I were adventuring together. I took first, she took second. Made sense, she only had to trance, so.
Can we call her Elle?
If you want to die, I shouldn't even be calling her Elle. She does not like that. But, yeah, why don't you all get... old habits die hard, turn.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I suggest you all find a place to sleep. I don't know if you packed bedrolls. If not, I did bring some extras just in case. Or if you prefer to sleep on the ground, and he tries not to look at Tether when he says this, then that is also fine. But
I have a bedroll. I have a bedroll and a tent and a rain catcher.
Oh, wow.
Do you think it's gonna rain tonight?
He looks at the cloudless sky. You never know.
I'll take that as a no.
I don't know, it might just be me, but I just like having the sensation of bugs crawling on you when you're asleep.
Hey, I've met people who feel the exact same way, Tether, so I'm not going to judge you for it, but I won't say I understand it. Although, it does raise the question, are there bugs crawling on you in your room back at campus?
Yeah, I have a lot of bugs in our room.
And he shoots a concerned glance over towards Una.
Una's just 100% content. I'm like...
Alright. Well, I'm gonna do the rounds. I'm gonna scope out the area, just make sure there's nowhere people could hide, but I'll be back. Sleep well. Tomorrow, your job begins. Well,
we start hearing the noise of Shandi's king-size air mattress being blown up.
I just imagine
Shandi is going glamping.
Yeah, he only ever goes glamping.
I just imagine Shandi's bedroll is made of silk, and then Turn and Septon are rolling out what's basically hay held together by twine.
Honestly, I feel like Turn is hyper prepared for this. Turn does this a lot. So
this is what he came here to do.
Turn hasn't taken off his backpack since he got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant hiker's backpack.
Backpack kid.
He's got back sores. At this point.
Parents ready. Honestly, the backpack's just part of the body at this point.
It's fused.
Fused.
Brom says, I should correct myself. Tomorrow night when we get there, we're meeting with our contact, this Bo Lau fellow. So, and you're going to be taking the reins on that meeting. The job itself likely won't start till the following day, but who knows? After we reach the town, it's out of my hands. It's up to you what you want to do. And only come to me if you're in desperate need of help, alright? Otherwise, someone, and he sticks his thumb over towards Elitha, is going to grade you down pretty harshly for the whole week. Alright. And he wanders off into the night.
Well, I know he said that he'll take cover, but I'm gonna, just to get into the spirit of things, I'm still gonna take a watch.
That's fun. This is the first time we can all sleep together.
Right.
Septon realizes the only person he hasn't shared a room with is Tether.
Now, you're all sharing the room of the great wide world.
Great outdoors.
We're all sharing a room and bathroom.
That's true.
Back to square one.
Back to square one. Everything Mrs. Lee taught you. God.
Listen, when you're camping, whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens, happens. I get it.
Camping stays in camping.
Yep. Cool. So
What
you
happens
all...
in the tent stays in the tent.
Yikes.
Voice 10.
Voice 10. Oh no. Anyway, y'all head to sleep, I suppose. Unless there's stuff you want to do before bed.
Yeah.
Just the usual, yeah.
Polishing
just the
some
usual.
swords. Feeding
Gotta
some
count
birds.
them, gotta count them, gotta polish them.
How many swords did you bring?
Just the two, just
Okay.
the rapier and the stinger.
A quick count. 1, 2.
Yeah. Make sure they're both
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I'm gonna read and maybe journal a bit by the light of the flinted rings.
Oh, wow. Well, there is a campfire.
Oh, then never mind.
If people are still awake and not like actively going to sleep, Septon will play a little song.
Word. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, you play a little... What sort of song do you play?
Yeah, what's the genre?
Song. I mean, it's nighttime. It would be like the song Septon would play like right before closing. If he
Closing
was...
time.
Yeah, no, not closing time.
It's closing time,
Hand
Canon.
flute rendition of closing time. No, that's 2 up. I feel like a much more gentle song.
Closing time, but in minor.
Ugh,
Yikes.
that would be bad.
Yeah. I guess my question is more, is this like a Feywild song? One that you learned when you were young? Or is it one you picked up on the road?
No, this would be like an old like family one from those days.
Cool.
Like a closer or like a while everyone's getting up out of their seats after their show kind of thing. Not that we were playing theaters. We were playing bars.
Yeah, no, of course. Cool, yeah, no, Septon plays this song. It's probably a little bit strange to all of your ears. Doesn't the musical composition of it isn't terribly familiar, but it is comforting. There's something about it that makes you feel sleepy.
It's closing time.
I figured. It took me a second. I was like, it must be closing time, huh? But yeah, you all.
He just goes back and forth between 2 notes. And that's the Feywild
That's
music.
the Feywild music, yeah.
All Feywild music is like
Yeah.
minimalist music.
Mhm.
It's just like 3 notes.
You do notice, though, as you play this song from the Feywild, Brahm, who's now sitting near-ish to the fire and looking out, his normally pretty solid, stony expression does crack a little bit, and you can see a hint of nostalgia in his eyes. But either way, once the songs have been played, once the swords have been polished, you all drift off to sleep. That's not quite the song I'm looking for.
You're looking for closing time.
Yeah.
You guys can't hear it, but it was like a chorus of horrible angels singing. I just want a spooky song because as you fall asleep, you will dream. Septon and Una,
No.
you wake up with a start after what seems like no time at all. You're not standing in the same clearing that you fell asleep in, but in a rainy city street, one that is quite familiar to Una. It's a street on which, about a week ago, you witnessed a murder. Or, I should say, the aftermath of a murder. And yet, it's also not. The buildings are too slanted, and the rain is too hard. As you glance behind you, you see a Tim Burton-esque street that spirals downwards into oblivion. And in front of you, a figure, a shadowy figure, steps into an intersection that leads off into 3 directions. Before you can't really make out their form, but the more you look around, the taller and more angular the unfamiliar buildings around you begin to look, and the harder the rain pours down. This figure, fully in shadow, stands in the midst of this crossroad. Lightning strikes, and you see the face of Mel. As it fades back into darkness, lightning strikes again, and now it's Pell. soon enough, the lightning strikes become frequent, too frequent, happening rapidly and with increasing violence, and the figures of Pell and Mel flicker back and forth rapidly until one final thunder reveals standing in their place a horrifying contraption. A flaming pillar of constantly generating lava that funnels downwards into 4 massive smiling mouths with teeth multicolored, shaped like candy. Out of each of these mouths, a gnome-sized lollipop emerges. It's sprouting hands, feet, and a horrifying face. It's only at this time that the two of you realize that the others are here as well. Shandi, down the street to the east, is dressed in rags and surrounded by phantasmal masked figures standing in lines to duel him. Tether is to the north, tiny, and looking up at the tall and distorted forms of the other students as they flip-flop from kind expressions to those of hatred, and turn to the west, seemingly drawn in the style of a 50s cartoon, chatting with a talking sword, with cartoon eyes about where their journey will take them next. It becomes clear to you that they're asleep, unaware of their surroundings. The lollipops begin to walk forward. The one coming towards you stumbles, falls, and as it does so, explodes into a massive fount of lava. A fleck of it grazes your arm, Una, and it hurts. The pain is real. Whatever is happening here is real. The lollipops, walking towards your friends, trudge ever closer. I want the two of you to roll initiative.
The fuck? Oh wait, don't actually roll initiative.
Yeah, do it on the.
Oh,
Well, one
shit.
second. Wait. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet, because we have
Yeah,
to.
okay.
I have to put you on the map first.
The hell?
Hello.
Is it me and Septon or me and Shandi?
You and Septon.
Okay.
Sean, the rest of you are currently dreaming, though I would like you to roll initiative as well as soon as I get you on the map. 1 second. I should have had this set up beforehand.
It's okay.
We can wait a second. It's no big deal.
Candied Hellmouth?
Yeah,
No.
it's the Candied Hellmouth. What do you want? What do you want? What do you
I
fucking
want-
want? What are you talking about?
I want not Willy Wonka Hell Dream. Ugh. Initiative in it.
Initiative in it. Yeah, no, go ahead and roll
Oh,
your initiative.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
this is why I'd rather roll my dice, because I don't like this
Sorry.
map tools initiative. It's fine.
You could just roll your dice and manually add yourself to the initiative. That's fine. You can do.
Oh,
You could do that.
I do not like Popper.
yeah.
I don't like that.
They're called poppers. These little
That's
guys.
Poppers,
bad.
bad time.
That's a
I haven't
bad-
done poppers in 5 years. What are you talking about?
Look, it's popper.
That's a bad icon.
It's
It's almost as bad as the
Oh
Ghibli.
yeah, I just zoomed in at it. And I don't like.
Yeah, I'll make it very big for everyone in chat to see.
Oh, I don't like that at
Very
all.
bad looking.
Is
Is
that,
that like an
It's like a-
orange on a leaf?
like a bad cake pop? No.
It's him.
He's big.
It's him.
I want to get off Mr. Popper's wild ride.
I want to get off.
What Zelda game is it with that moon coming in gradually?
Majora's Mask.
Majora's
Yeah.
Mask. Yeah, definitely the
That's
same.
what it.
Same vibes.
Honestly, he looks like the he looks like the Skull Kid from Twilight Princess.
He kind of looks like Reno
From
from Mario RPG.
Gino?
Gino.
Gino.
You know, a little bit, yeah.
Gino.
Gino.
All right.
Blake, my initiative button is wait.
Oh, you might.
There we go.
If you change your
I
name,
finally
you don't
got it.
have access to your character.
I also changed my name. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's
Well,
really soon. I got it finally, actually.
I don't think I have access to my character.
no, actually, none of you do. That's my bad.
Nice.
One of these days, I'll figure out how to use fucking map tool. I'm sure there's a way to automate this. I just haven't figured it out yet. So.
Go find out
Why
the
are there
fucking
why are
map.
there 3 Candied Hellmouths in initiative but 1 Popper? But it's reversed on the map.
Because one of them gets 3 turns.
Oh, but all the poppers operate on one turn?
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of them.
Oh, no.
Hey, Winfield, Twitty Kitty Meowie Wowie is not an okay name for you to have in this instance. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Save it for the cat's party.
Someday.
All right.
Oh,
So,
cat
we
2021.
begin as the poppers all stumble forward.
Is it like it? And the shambly wambly?
Yeah, they sort of shamble. Towards you. But
Like modern dance.
yeah, sort of like modern dance. I
Oh,
suppose.
wait, like Ms. Marvel in the Lego game? It's so bad, guys.
I don't
I
know.
wish I had
hope not.
recorded. It's so lanky.
Oh, with the arms and then the
I
big
was-
hands.
Oh my gosh, for like a game that was designed for 10-year-olds, it's the stuff of a nightmare.
Blake is a Miss Marvel main.
Sure. Another horrible little lollipop pops out of the front of the Hellmouth.
Oh man.
In your direction. Turn. Your Swordy says it's time to go up the Candied Mountain and destroy the evil black licorice.
Oh boy, the Candy Mountain. All right. I scoop up my sword, and
He goes, "Hey, put me down!"
now he's muffled.
Hey, put me down!
We're going to Candy Mountain, sword.
I know.
And,
I can walk.
I get up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Am I stand? I'm all right.
Well, yeah. You're in this beautiful open field with this magical sword next to you.
Do I see any of this stuff around?
None of
me?
this. No.
All right, which way is Candy Mountain?
Oh no, Michael. What have I done?
Do you know what you did and how much you should appreciate me for not doing what you know I want to do?
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. All right, turn in your brain. You in your dream, you go off towards a big candy mountain. The Hellmouth pops out another one. Shandi, a massive minotaur with a giant axe, challenges you to a duel. You've taken down 4 comers already, and Lord Resk is looking on approvingly.
All right, I'm gonna take a swing at the Minotaur.
All right, you begin your duel. You're doing well. For the 2 of you who can seize this eyes, the next 2 turns for the Hellmouth create 2 more of these horrible little lollipops. Tether, it's really hard to tell whether or not Septon is your friend or not because he doesn't seem to care very much about things. So
Yeah. And I did forget because he had his hand up and I forgot to slap it because that's the thing so I think I'm knocked down a few pegs.
yeah, so his face turns angry at you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll do your laundry.
Septon.
I mean, what even is going on? What am I supposed to do here? Do I have my weapons?
All of your things are with you, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna walk up to here and gonna take a little whack at the popper 4.
Cool. So I should note the one that popped out and exploded earlier. There was a 5-foot radius on its lava explosion. Just so you know. That one that told you that these sensations were real. Cool. But go ahead and make an attack roll.
Well, I got my whip.
Yeah,
so I'm
you do.
coming out from a range. The whistling whip. Oh, whoa. My character sheet just went blank for a second, then everything repopulated.
Septon gone.
Whoa. Alright. That's a... Remember earlier how I was like, I have to make sure I have the right one open?
Mhm.
That is a 14.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. I was like, I need to make sure I have the right character sheet open. It's what I don't have open.
The right character sheet.
The right character sheet. So 2 slashing, 2 thunder, or no, 5 slashing, 2 thunder because of the whistling whip.
All right. You slash this thing and it just pops in a burst of lava. Yeah. Gets
Does
all,
the lava
gets all
stay
over the
there
place.
on the ground?
The lava does evaporate, but it does seem to have affected the Hellmouth a little bit. In a negative way.
Negative for me
For
or
it.
negative for the Hellmouth? Okay.
The mouth that is facing you seems a bit degraded by the lava.
Good. I'm happy about this.
And out of that mouth, a giant gout of flame bursts towards both you and Una. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh dear.
Boy, oh boy. Hang on. I need to pull up the right sheet.
It would help, yeah.
Yeah.
7.
7. That's a fail.
14.
14 is a success. Septon, you dodge out of the way fully. Una, you take 8 points of fire damage. And it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna throw a psychic dagger right into the Hellmouth.
Cool. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, roll your critical damage.
What do I roll now? Okay.
Just double your dice, yeah.
Yep. Ah, 10 points of psychic.
10 points of psychic damage. It did not like that very much. You throw it deep inside,
cool.
and lava bursts out the top.
Great, so it can take psychic damage, thank goodness.
Damn.
Alright. Bonus action, same thing.
Cool.
Wait, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna double check this measurement if I can stay there. I got excited. Yeah, no problem. One more time. No, that's an 8.
8 does not hit. As you throw your dagger towards it, a gout of lava swallows the dagger before it can hit the Hellmouth.
Yep.
Alright, anything else from you?
my dagger, what will I do? Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
That's it.
The poppers. Nope, that's too far. Advance further. The Hellmouth spawns another lollipop coming towards y'all. Turn. Up on the top of the Candied Mountain, there's a chair named Archibald II, as well as a mirror who won't tell you his name, and they're not letting you go to the top of the Candied Mountain.
Excuse me, Archibald II?
Yes?
Mr. Mirror. I need to get to the top of this mountain so I may speak to Mr. Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Well, unfortunately, you'll have to do something for us if you'd like to get to the top of the mountain.
Seems fair. What would you like me to do?
Most people don't just say yes to that so quickly. I don't trust you. Look into the mirror and speak your name. I must know if you're telling the truth.
All right. I look in the mirror and I say, I'm just Turn.
The mirror says, that's not his name. It's like, I knew it!
Well, I think it's my name, so I don't really understand what the question was, I suppose. Alright.
The Hellmouth spawns another little guy over towards Sean D. Sean D, the Minotaur swings his axe down towards your head, but you managed to dodge out of that, leaving him open for a massive strike.
Yeah, I go in for the kill.
Sweet. You stab your rapier up through his neck and he falls to the ground. Lord Resk says nothing, but you can tell by the slight smile on his face that he's pleased. 2 more lollipops. Pop right on out. In the direction of your other friends. Tether, you're pretty sure Una's your good friend. Most of the things that go along with, hey, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, I missed your name. Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the party dungeon. We're doing a dream fight. Sound off
Yeah,
in
I think
chat if you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Before I have to put more in.
Every now and again, she's got that look on her face where it's not that she's mad at you or sad at you, but it's like a weird combination of both whenever you talk about your life beforehand.
Yeah, it's like she's not like doesn't not like that I'm around, but she'd rather be with someone else.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
So she's your friend probably, but every now and again,
I'm like a third tier friend.
Septon, your turn.
Michael Massey, don't you fucking make me cry on Twitch.
I'll make you cry whenever, baby.
Cancel dungeon party.
Cancel it.
See, now you're not crying.
Hey, Una, do we need to like save our friends, or are we just holding these guys back?
I'm trying.
Okay. Septon's gonna.
I'm thinking go for the Hellmouth.
Okay.
Or these things are gonna keep popping out.
If I were to drop a blast like so, is that visible?
No.
Damn it.
You gotta click it to. You have to like make it visible. You have to finalize it. It seems.
Oh, is it?
I saw something.
Yeah, I don't see any. I don't see
You don't see
anything.
that? You don't see those lines
Oh.
there?
I see it.
Oh, okay.
How about-
Can you just change the white color of your on your thing to a color that isn't white, so I can see the area of the blast? Because that's just my little eyes.
Your old man vision.
My old man vision can't
How about
handle it.
this?
Yes,
Is that
that's
anything?
fine. Yep.
Will that hit all 3 Hellmouths, or just the one close to us?
Well, the Hellmouth is one entity.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So that'll hit the Hellmouth.
Yeah.
All
As
right,
well as
then
the little guy in front of you.
Hellmouth and Popper have to make a con save. We're hitting them with a thunder wave.
Okay, Popper fails instantly. The Hellmouth
Okay.
gets 4. So.
Yeah, no, he's gonna fail too.
Yeah.
They're gonna take 14. Wait, that can't be right. 14 thunder damage.
Sounds right to me.
Gonna double check those dice real quick.
This guy
Pretty sure.
gets fucking deleted again. And once again explodes in this massive fiery explosion.
Oh, if possible, the Hellmouth would also get thrown back 10 feet.
It is not possible. It is tethered to
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
ground.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d8.
This after seeing the Hellmouth get damaged by this fire the second time, you get the sense that it has a huge resistance to this sort of damage, and yet the damage is still pretty clear. These little guys explode violently.
Okay.
Another.
Wait, did it resist the thunder damage?
It did not.
Or...
No. Thunder damage fully hit it, but you get a sense that these little guys pack a bit of a punch, even if it doesn't show so much on the Hellmouth itself. Speaking of the Hellmouth, another gout of flame is going to burst out towards you guys. Dex saves, please. Just the two of you.
$17.
11.
All right, that's another fail from Una, and another success from Septon. Una, you're going to take 11 points of fire damage this time. And then it is your turn.
How far do these things shoot out?
It fills up the whole lane.
It fills up.
Yeah.
Of course it does. And I can't see any of my friends, really.
Not from here, but you know where they are. There's something about this
You know.
situation where you can sense pretty much exactly where they are.
Interesting.
You had a flash of vision of them when you first realized where they were, and now it's more of just a weird, ethereal, dreamlike sense.
Right. I'm gonna keep throwing at the Hellmouth.
All right, go ahead.
No, that's an 8.
Consumes your knife again.
So I'll try again. That's a 12.
12 does not hit either. Anything else you'd like to do?
I start panicking just a little more than I already was. Is there anything to hide behind?
Septon.
Yeah, pretty much Septon. The ground is made of loose cobbles, but there's nothing in the street.
Not even one of the weird buildings?
The weird buildings are pretty much just flat and slanting over you at this point, like massive towering figures looking down at you with angry eyes.
Even for a small...
You could try to
Little
flatten yourself up against the wall, but
That's what I'll do.
all right, sure.
I'm flat.
And the poppers move forward.
Oh dear.
All right, a new one pops out of the front here. Turn. After the massive bird was taken care of, you thought that the dragon and the walking pair of pants would be easy, but it seems like they formed some sort of alliance, and they won't tell you what the terms of their deal is.
All right. You look like nothing to me but a pair of shorts and a little lizard, so why won't you tell me your deal? I'm just so curious, that's all.
Well, that's not very nice, says the dragon.
What? You've been so mean to me this entire time.
Well, maybe we're all just putting on an act to test what kind of person you really are, Just Turn.
Oh, you're right. Well, you'll find that you've had the answer all along. I'm really Just Turn.
And then the pants grows a shirt, and a person appears inside them, and the dragon turns back into a dragonborn and says, "You've broken our curse!" Another lollipop pops out towards Shandi. You've been given your first rapier by Lord Rask. He didn't deliver it to you personally, but you were told that it was from him. And you were warned very, very harshly that if anything were to harm the rapier, disfigure its look, or degrade it in any way, that you would be exiled from the family.
I look at it and just examine every facet of it and just promise to myself to keep it exactly as it is.
Perfect. More of these little guys come out. And as they get closer and closer to your friends, you can see that the grins on their face are becoming wider and more manic. So Tether, Shandi's really, really hard to understand, because he doesn't really talk very much.
Yeah, but I don't think our likes and dislikes align at all. So he's gonna be the toughest one to crack.
Yeah, he's never really showed you that he doesn't like you, but he's also never showed you that he likes you. So you're not really.
Which means he doesn't like me.
Which, yeah, I suppose does mean he doesn't like you. Yeah. So he heads right over to that corner, and turn as well is a little bit hard to place. But you guys seem to like the same things.
Yeah. So I have an inroad.
Yeah, you do. You do with him. But then again, sometimes he makes these plans and doesn't listen to anybody, and you don't like that very much.
Yeah, but I don't want him to know that. But I think he does know that, and also maybe like he wants Woods to be his thing.
That's a little rough because they're definitely your thing too.
Yeah, but like he does it better.
That's true. He does do it better, but maybe friends category for now.
I think he's in second place.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but like far.
A far second. Septon.
Yeah.
Hey Una, can you take care of yourself over here?
Yes.
I mean, I think if you just keep
I'm
killing.
lying.
If you just like keep killing the thing that comes out, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I gotta go help somebody else probably.
Okay.
Alright. Good luck. This is gonna be a bit of a rough round. You did say it was... Did you say it was my turn? Or
Yeah, it's your turn, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step this way.
Cool. And as you enter its range, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Of course you do.
As it throws itself on the ground and explodes on the spot.
That's a 14.
14 is enough to have the damage.
Okay.
Second. This will take a second.
Oh boy.
Be right with you. Alright, so 30 points of damage halved to 15 as you dodge out of the way of these gouts of flame coming towards you. It hurts like hell.
Okay, never mind. Bad plan.
You still got movement, though.
Well, I was gonna go try to help turn, but if I do, the second I get there, I will die.
Well, if you get within 5 feet,
Yeah,
it explodes.
No, I will die the second I get there.
So,
Actually, I guess I could step here.
yeah. You sidle around to the corner here, and you're like up against the wall. It's just the heat from the Hellmouth is blasting onto your face, but the thing doesn't seem to explode.
Can I? Okay. Can I cast like this? Or would that just be blocked by the wall?
I think you'd be casting into the wall there, so yeah, you wouldn't be able to. If you moved it back 1 square, that'd be fine.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Would that still hit all 3 of those, or?
It would hit at least one of them, and they do have a penchant for exploding, so...
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
I could see you doing the math here.
I mean, I'm gonna just attack. How do I ping? This.
Spacebar?
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
There it is.
This guy. We're gonna attack this
Cool,
guy.
go
who's
for
like Popper 15. Just hit him with the whip.
Go for it. Make attack roll.
That's 17.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
That's 4 slashing plus 2 thunder.
Just barely enough to explode this boy. You pulled it close there, buddy. And as it explodes, its explosion sets off the next one's explosion, which sets off the next one's explosion, which sets off the next one's explosion, and a tiny chunk of lava sears you in the back of the head turn, and you wake up and find yourself in a rainy alleyway.
In a rainy alleyway?
Yep, and you look behind you and there's a pillar of flame with a mouth looking at you.
Something tells me this isn't Big Rock Candy Mountain.
And
I look at my sword, which is no longer alive and talking to me. Oh, is it my turn?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Septon, anything else from you?
I'm gonna shout down the hall. Turn, if you could hear me, please help us out! And inspire turn.
Alright. Turn.
Below
You're inspired.
inspiration. You got that D6. Add it to whatever.
Alright.
And as you become inspired, a gout of flame spirals towards you. Both Una and Turn, I need you to make dexterity saving throws. Septon, it goes past your face, but you are no longer in the alleyway.
I rolled an 8.
That's a fail.
Oh my gosh, 23.
23, that's a success. You dodge completely out of the way there, Una. I think, saving your skin.
Yeah.
Turn, however, you take 11 points of fire damage.
I resist fire damage.
So you take 5 points of fire damage.
Ha! Is that all you got? I met a dragon on the top of Big Rock Candy Mountain with more heat than that.
This is torture.
Why? What's wrong?
It's a whole thing. One time, Michael and I drove to Chicago together, and Michael sang Big Rock Candy Mountain for an entire day nonstop. Like, the whole day.
It's a song.
So this is torturing you?
Because he can't sing it.
You're not allowed to sing it anymore? Oh, you want to sing it?
We have a gentleman's
really do.
agreement. Una!
I almost started singing it.
You're up.
It's a great song.
Oh, no, it's not my turn. Never mind, you're right, sorry.
No.
Could I see the little chain reaction?
You could, yeah.
Or, okay.
Or you heard it more accurately.
Heard it and
You heard explosion, 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 yeah.
Alright, then I will catch on and try to hit Popper 13.
Cool. Go ahead and roll that attack.
17.
17 will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Yeah. 8
8
points of
is
psychic.
enough. Boom, boom. Nope. Boom, boom, boom. And similarly, as you were about to become the official duelist of the Resk family, you feel a pain on the back of your head, and suddenly you're feeling rain on your body, and you're hearing explosions? You find yourself in this rainy alleyway. Yeah. Anything else from you, Una?
I'm going to then use cunning action
Word.
to dash over to Shandi and make sure he okay.
All right. He seems fine, if a little confused.
Cool.
Cool. And
End my turn. Sorry.
the popper steps forward and explodes. Tether, you're not conscious, so you are going to take the full damage.
That's okay, because I'm getting you right back.
Don't get mad at me!
No, I made a joke. Look at chat.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. Tether, you take 29 points of fire damage as this thing
I'm
explodes
down.
on you. You all hear an explosion occur. No, that's not quite right. I don't want an X on your body.
Put an X on my body.
Incapacitated is what I want. As
X's and O's.
Tether falls to the ground, but the creatures continue their march forward. All right. This guy pops out towards the two of you. Turn. You're up.
Can I see them over there, or are these actually walls in the way?
These are walls in the way. You have a weird awareness that Tether was over there, but.
All right, so I'm assuming they're the type of wall that I can't go diagonal across.
You can't. So. It's giant, weird Tim Burton-esque buildings. Yeah.
All right. Can I see this dude from here?
Yeah, you can. It's as you step forward. This heat is immense, but you can see that thing there for sure.
Well, then I'm gonna drop my sword and draw my bow, and I'm going to.
What bow?
Hell yeah, I have a bow. I'm a ranger.
He's used it once or twice.
I'm a strength ranger, so don't be that impressed. And I'm gonna fire that sucker.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
You-
I got an 11, but I'm gonna add on my Bardic Inspiration die, which is a D6, correct?
Believe so.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, brings up to 14.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
That was a close one. 4 points of damage.
All right, it does not fall.
Son of a beach ball. And then I'm going to... Shit. Oh, sorry, I forgot that it gets also attacked by birds.
Oh yeah.
It does an additional d6 of damage. 5 points of damage.
That'll do it. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my devil trigger. They all explode.
Whew, almost forgot about the birds.
Yeah, as the birds go over there.
Tree.
Birds, it smells a little like roast chicken in the air, but you know, they did their job.
It's a dream. It's fine, I'm sure. I don't know if it's a dream. I don't know what's going on.
But another one boop, boop, pops right out next. Shandi, you're up.
Thank God I have all these ranged capabilities.
Oh, sorry, can I finish moving in the rest
Oh
of
yeah,
my
yeah, go for it,
turn?
go for it, go for it.
I totally forgot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Cool.
You probably don't want to be there.
Let me check something really quick.
Now you've just woken up into this hellhole.
But what's
I
new?
have-
It's every day.
Honey, I had a hellhole like 3 hours ago. Am I right?
Oh my god.
Phoenix smiles. He liked it.
Okay. So I have a question about absorb elements.
Yes.
So it says it captures incoming energy. Does that mean how much of it does it reduce the damage, or does that only take
It's,
effect after I cast the spell?
It's a reaction that gives you resistance
Resistance.
to the elemental damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take half instead of full.
Okay. And so, for instance, if I were to lunge and attack one of these, would I still be able to do a reaction after it explodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna attack Popper 16.
All right. Though the reaction is going to happen beforehand because as you get into its range, you trigger its explosion.
Okay.
So first, make a dexterity saving throw.
Explode! That's
That is.
Yep. You
That's
impl-
cool. 21.
21 is a success. So you will take half damage already. If you would like to trigger your reaction to take half damage, then you can also do that.
I still want to use absorb elements.
Cool. Let me count it up real quick. / type it into the Google search bar. It's got to be a more efficient way to do this. But I mean, back when we played in person, we would just shout out numbers and somebody else would add them together. All right, so you would take 26 damage, which is halved to 13 damage, which is halved to 6 damage. You take 6
Cool.
points of fire damage.
All right. And then is Popper dead, or can I still attack him?
It's dead. Yeah, it's dead. Sorry, it explodes.
Okay. So then I want to use 5 more movement and attack Hellmouth.
Cool. With bonus action attack?
Well, he didn't attack.
Yeah, because I haven't.
Oh, you're super right. It explodes, so you're good. Go for it. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Ooh, oh no. 7.
Boom! Bounces off the teeth.
Darn. Okay, that's it for me then.
Cool. And at this point, another one pops out here and instantly explodes on turn. Make a dexterity saving throw.
$16.
Cool. That is a success. So you're taking 1/4 damage because you're resistant to fire.
Ew.
All right, so you would take 23. That's halved to 11, which is halved to 5 points of fire damage. Jesus, you just nerfed the shit out of that explosion, huh?
Feels toasty.
Yep, but it's gone. Pop, and yep, Tether. Make a death save for me.
I would love to. That's a 4.
That's a failure.
1 second. Hey peeps, what are you eating?
Please stop.
Is it yummy?
Please stop
Is
this.
it crunchy?
I'm begging you to stop.
I said I would.
Septon, you're up.
Check something real quick. Just check a range on that. All right, I'm gonna use my attack to whack the Hellmouth.
Cool. Go ahead and roll.
Whip.
Roll set attack.
It's gonna be a 18. No, a 19 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
A 19 doesn't hit the Hellmouth.
19 does not hit the Hellmouth.
Yikes. All right, bonus action. I'm gonna shout, Tether, stay with us, and drop a little healing word.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
That's 4 plus 3, so 7 health.
7 health for you, Tether. And you wake up. You're no longer choosing between your friends. You're lying on the ground of a cold, rainy cobblestone highway. Oh, that's such a bummer.
Let the rain fall down.
All right. And at this point, I need Shandi and Una to make dexterity saving throws. And Tether, you're prone, so you fail the dexterity saving throw coming your way. As
13.
Hellmouths burst down your 2 alleyways. 13.
Advantage for being prone.
If it's that, then yes, then do that. But I thought it was you fail, but I can check.
I'm double checking. When you're incapacitated, you fail.
Yeah.
But if you're prone, I think. It's
No, it does say. Well, it says disadvantage on dexterity. No, it doesn't affect at all, actually. Yep,
Oh yeah.
you're good. Make a dexterity saving throw, Tether.
Yep, you.
So that's a fail, Una, unfortunately. What'd you get, Shandi?
Yep.
Natural 20.
You're good. And Tether?
That's a 7.
That's a fail. Una and Tether take 12 points of fire damage.
I'm down again.
Is down.
Yep.
Oh boy.
This is a little more deadly.
Hey, just in case you guys don't make it through this encounter, make sure you have level 4 characters ready. Oh, but don't worry, I'm not playing anything hard.
I didn't think it would be this deadly. I really didn't. All right.
You never
Phoenix,
do.
this isn't even the combat he was worried about.
No,
They
there
never
was
do.
another combat I'm actually worried about. So, Una, make a death save for me.
Yep. 13.
That's a success. All right. At the top of the round.
Hey, chat, just so you know, Chelsea earlier today said if Una dies, she's breaking up with
She
me.
did
so
say that.
you're about to watch the end of a relationship here.
Okay.
And it's Blake's fault too. Just remember that.
Yep. All right. So on the one-way popper goes, and then this guy jumps out. Turn. You're up.
All right. I'm angry. My name is Turn. Hear me roar. I guess I'm gonna fire my longbow again at this boyo right here. This one.
Cool. Go for it.
I fire. I rolled a 10.
10 hits.
Oh, that'll handle well.
Yeah, these
These
are-
guys ain't that strong. They just do a lot of damage.
Yep.
All right, I do a total of 9 points of damage,
Pop goes the popper.
and then I'm gonna start running over there. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I take an attack of it?
No, you don't.
Whatever from this.
You
All
do
right.
not.
Can't do anything else from here, but I'm gonna get ready.
Okay. Shanti, make a dexterity saving throw as a lollipop jumps straight out at you.
15.
15. Correct me on the wording of the spell you just used, if I'm wrong. But it lasts till the beginning of your next turn, right?
Yep.
Cool. So you're gonna have resistance as well as succeeding on this saving throw. So you're taking a quarter damage once again. Fortunately, you rolled pretty good.
Good, because otherwise, ripped this campaign.
All right, you would have taken 35 points of damage, which gets half to, what, 15, 16, 17, which gets halved to 8. 8 fire damage.
Okay.
That's some spicy damage.
The Hellmouth is looking pretty bad. These repeated explosions right on top of its person don't seem to be doing it any favors. Shandi, your turn.
Okay. Start off with a little second wind.
Cool.
Cool. So that is, I get 8 back. And then let me see here. I'm gonna... It would be an action to stabilize Una?
Yeah, it'd be an action and a medicine check.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that then.
Cool. All right, make a medicine check for me.
No
Nat
enemies,
20.
no enemies. Oh.
Yup. She's
Nat
not.
20.
I mean, she has 0 HP, but she is no longer. Or she has 1 HP, I suppose, at this point, but she's no longer incapacitated. She's still unconscious, but not at active risk of dying anymore.
Okay.
You can be at 0 and be unconscious. And...
Yeah. I think I generally wrote 0, but I always worry that I play the game wrong. Next 2 turns are Popper turns. Tether, death save, please.
Tether, don't you roll a crit fail, don't you roll a crit fail.
12.
That's a success, which is very good. Septon.
Don't scare me like that, baby boy.
I just did another one of those roll for a death save and I would have died and didn't even think anything of it things.
Yeah, because there's some pretty unavoidable damage coming your way. If you had failed that, you would have died this round. Like,
I know. Remember that one time with me? And I was just like, let me roll. Oh, wait, I would have died.
Yep. Septon, you're up.
Yeah, I am aware.
Cool.
Trying to make a decision. Yeah, I'm gonna shout again. Tether, what did I just say? And you're gonna receive another 6 health.
Cool. Tether,
I thought you were
wake up
inspiring
again.
Her. Never mind.
No.
And,
Like so inspirational, dude.
and once again, the second you wake up, I need the 4 of you in alleyways to make dex saves.
Whoa,
for me.
whoa, my turn's not over.
Fair. I forgot. That's a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give a little whack to who's this? Popper 19.
Popper 19.
This
Yeah,
fella
yeah.
right
Got him.
here. That's a 24. Does a 24 hit?
Just barely.
That's 6 slashing and 4 thunder.
Cool. It pops. And it hurts the Hellmouth a little bit more, but it is still going. Anything else from you?
Yeah, with that fella out of the way, I'm gonna switch corners.
Cool. And you barely make it out before flames shoot down both alleyways. Una unfortunately dies again. You are once again unconscious in a dying kind of way. Not a stable kind of way. Septon. And, oh, sorry, not Septon. Everybody but Septon. Go ahead and make that deck save.
Another nat 20.
Cool, you're good.
8.
All right, Tether, you take 10 points of damage.
I'm down.
Yep.
I rolled a 5.
And you also take 10 points of damage.
Five.
I'm up.
What a
You,
fail.
you take 5, yeah. Cool.
Every
Una.
instant fire damage I've taken has been 5 this whole combat.
Huh, that's funny. Una,
I'm
that
dead.
is a death save from you, please. You're fresh.
I'm alive, but I'm dead.
You're fresh on death saves.
19.
That's a success.
Where were these numbers earlier?
Poppers go.
I'm alive, but I'm dead.
And then a new one emerges. Turn.
I'm going to medicine check.
Cool.
You're bleeding out, right?
She's scorched to a crisp, more like, yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what is happening to me.
You wake up and you fall. You wake up, there's
Literally,
fire.
yeah.
You wake up, there's fire.
I'm in
do
friendship
a-
hell.
Good for you.
It's the dream. I'm in friendship hell.
Roll for fire trauma after this, if we make it out of this.
I'm a plant girl. There was already some fire.
Yeah.
I just don't
Pyrophobia in
have
full
that
effect.
action economy. Action economy.
Yeah, no, it is the action economy.
Alrighty.
Action economy has been tanking these days.
I'm going to
It's in
medicine
shambles.
check, yeah.
All right, make that roll.
So you don't die 10.
10 is exactly as much as you needed to
Exactly what I
stabilize her, so that was dangerous.
And I wrap it all up with a little kiss on the forehead.
Smooch, still unconscious though.
It tastes like burnt.
Charcoal.
There's a fucking grilled portobello pet.
That's all I can do for my turn, so
Cool.
I'm just gonna chill right here.
All right, another guy pops out in the direction of you, Shandi. Your turn.
All right. Let me help Una.
Septon is the only one who can
Oh.
act because both of you are trying to help.
That's a 5.
Cool, that's a fail. She is not stable.
All right.
Should be glad you didn't crit fail and make things worse.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna rush this popper again.
All right, and it's gonna explode. Make that deck
And
save.
Can I cast another absorb elements? I
If
two
you have
spell
the spell slots for it, then yeah.
I do. All right. Deck save is gonna be 14.
14, just barely enough.
All right.
And let me calculate your damage real quick. All right, so it would be 32, which is half to 16, which is half to 8.
All right.
8 points more damage. This thing is on its last legs. These repeated explosions do not seem to be doing well for it. Anything else for you this turn?
Yeah. Let me move one more and then action surge. And,
All right.
And attack it.
Go for it.
'Cause why not? Why not?
Why not?
14.
Does not hit.
All right. That's it.
But 2 more buddies pop right on out. Tether! You're alive.
Hi.
No death save for you this time.
No.
No turn either, though, unfortunately.
No.
Septon, you're up.
Una, you said you could handle this. I'm gonna healing word Una.
Cool.
You get a whopping fucking 6 health. I'm not trying to give anyone turns. I'm trying to keep people
them
from
alive.
taking
No, I get it.
critical damage and dying.
I get it.
And then I'm gonna use my attack to slap Popper 23.
All right, go for it.
22.
That'll hit.
Yep, that's a good old. Ooh, that's gonna be 4 slashing and 3 thunder.
That's enough.
How's the Hellmouth?
Just barely hanging in there.
Great.
Just barely hanging in there. Just barely. So, Tether, you die again. The other three of you need to make dex saves.
Oh no.
You still have your
Yeah,
resistance.
you still have resistance.
Yeah, but I got a crit fail.
Oh,
I rolled a 19.
19, you're good.
22.
22, you're good. And you get hit, Shandi, for what would be 14, but is 7 points of damage.
Okay.
If you make it, you don't take any damage.
Yep. Save or suck on this one.
Saber. Woo.
Una, your turn.
Oh man! Can I see the Hellmouth, or would I have to?
You can see it. Shandi's probably crouched a little bit on account of just taking a blast of flame directly to the face.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna.
Not that he looks any different, but
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You can smell burning
This-
fur, but
Yeah. I don't know if I have my hair anymore, honestly. I'm gonna come to that corner and I'm gonna say to Septon, what's better, candy or the mouth? Or popper or the mouth?
The little guys are easier to hit, and they do a tiny bit of damage to the mouth, but the mouth's really hard to hit.
I'm gonna throw one at popper 25.
cool. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Then hopefully it'll.
Septon took what he thought was a really good whip strike at the mouth and missed.
22.
That'll hit. Roll some damage.
5 psychic.
Total?
Yeah.
Alright, it is still standing.
One more time. No. That's like a 7.
What is it exactly? Because these guys have
It
pretty
is.
low.
Oh, it is 7 exactly.
Then that unfortunately doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Flies wide. Its big smile
Nope.
only gets bigger as it starts
Yay.
walking towards these fools.
No thanks. No thanks.
And then,
Oh, I tried.
new one. Turn!
All right. I'm just gonna fire at them with my bow.
What?
Oh, sorry. At popper number 21.
Cool.
7. That's a mess.
7's a miss, yeah.
Right.
Just shoots upwards into the flame of the Hellmouth and just evaporates. Anything else?
I'm gonna stay right here with Tether at my back.
Shandi, make a
That's
dex save as a buddy pops right out on you.
That is 12.
A 12 is a failure.
Ruh-roh.
But you still have resistance, so you're taking
Yes.
half. but
might not matter at this point.
not a 4th. Well, with this roll, I probably won't, but I'm rolling for the Hellmouth too. All right, so 32 half to 16 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yep. All right. Make a death save.
12.
12, that is a success. As 2 more of these guys pop on out. The Hellmouth is creaking at its hinges. The teeth are falling out. The flames are just going wild everywhere, but it's, yeah. That makes it Tether's turn. Death save, please.
Natural 20, finally.
Cool. That's 2 successes. Good job.
Something good.
Septon.
Natural 20 put you at 1 hit point.
I don't play with that rule.
Okay.
Hail Mary, make the death save, and
Dramatic.
Popper
No.
27 make a con save.
Death save?
I'm sorry, con save. The Hellmouth and the
Oh!
Popper 27.
Popper 27
screwed up.
fails.
Okay.
Because they don't have a con score.
Just fails.
The Hellmouth gets a 15.
Okay, he succeeds, he still takes half damage. So 17 halved to 8.
There he goes. Goodbye,
Popper
Hellmouth.
27. Popper 27's also gone.
Well, all of them are gone. As the Hellmouth bursts in a massive explosion, those of you who are awake and are facing the flames can see, before your vision turns dark, a figure standing in the center of everything for a split second before blackout. Why don't you guys go ahead and level up?
Yay. Should I level up?
Yes, you should level up.
I didn't really do anything.
You stayed alive, which is, I guess, a lot to say for this particular encounter. And while you're leveling up, just to explain my ruling on that natural 20 death save thing, if a natural 1 gives 2 failures, a natural 20 should give 2 successes. That just makes a lot more sense to me. So that's the way I've always played it.
Interesting.
It's the same chance of rolling it, so they should do the same thing. That's just always how I've felt. But yeah, why don't y'all go ahead and level on up?
Guys, I got a wild shape improvement. I can't wait to use that ever.
Septon, make a history check for me, also.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Gave me an 8 in my hit point die, so I think that's feeling bad for me.
A history check, you say?
Yes, a history check.
Not a big history buff, really. That's a 13.
Okay.
Anything there?
We'll get to it.
Alright.
Let me know when you're all done with the level up.
Do I have a second to run to the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or
If
about to be finished.
yeah, go. For
I'm good. I'm leveled up.
it. Yeah, if you're all done, go ahead, take a second. Thanks for. I guess my warning was accurate. That almost was character death there. So.
Hey.
But it wasn't, so you were wrong yet again, Blake Peebles.
Once again, I was wrong. I'm always wrong.
Are we sleeping right now?
You've blacked out. It's hard to say.
Alright.
Ooh, I get another cantrip. Ooh.
Always am wrong. We'll see what the next combat does to you guys. The one that I thought would go pretty easily. went like that.
But now we're level 4, so like.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Also, I rolled so well for health,
That's
and
good.
plus I got a higher modifier for con this level, so Turn is a beefy baby.
He's a beefy boy now. Our ranger tank.
He's a tank ranger. I have 44 hit points as a level 4 ranger.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
It's up there. It makes up for my other very average stats.
Yeah. Hey, happens to the best of us.
What everyone else is at? I'm at 34.
Thirty-four is pretty good for a druid.
Thank you for letting me know that you took the observant feat, Chelsea, because that will significantly change things in the future.
No, anyone else wanna? Or
31.
What's your passive perception?
21.
Dang.
I used to have the highest one, Chelsea. I was at 17.
Well, you can't have it all.
I think we just established I got nothing.
I'm back. What happened?
If you could have it all, my empire of hurt.
My HP isn't updating when I.
Are you rolling for it? Is it set to set to average, or is it set to manual?
It should be set. It's set to manual.
Yeah, that means you have to roll it yourself.
I did.
Oh, well then go. You have
And
to
then
go
I-
edit it. That value.
I did.
She did.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Look, boom. Great.
Then hit apply.
Apply.
Hold on.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Are you changing something, Peter?
I might be. Like if Septon made a realization or a decision during that fight,
Yes.
could it affect a change that has to be made on a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. I may.
I think I know what change you're gonna make. Yeah.
I mean, what other change
The
can I make?
the Eladrin one.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me see if it actually makes sense.
Sure. Though before you decide to make this change, I will say, you recognize something about the shadowy figure, Septon. You're not sure what
Is it a Jaboo?
Okay, I just checked Retzler posting. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're not sure why, but something about that shadowy figure was very recognizable to you.
Interesting.
So if that affects your decision.
What affects my decision is reading these.
Fair? The stats come first, the RP comes second.
I mean, no. Septon's thought. Actually,
I mean, all the different Eladrin stages are pretty deeply tied to emotion, so.
oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah. How's it going on the health points debacle over there? No, not yours.
Oh, sorry. I started answering before you finished talking.
Fair. Did you get
Got
it?
it.
Nice. All right. So, after blacking out, who would probably be first? Likely Sean D. You are shook awake by Braum. Kid, I've been calling your guys' names for like 15 minutes. I didn't realize you were all such heavy sleepers. If you open your eyes, it is like fully daytime. It'd be hard to call it morning at this point.
Big rock candy mountain.
Get your
Sorry,
friends up. We
Braum?
gotta get going.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna get off my fancy sleeping bag and walk over to, I guess, whoever's closest to me. We didn't really establish where we were sleeping, but
Not really.
uh,
Let's say Turn is the closest to you.
yeah, I'll sort of start trying to shake Turn awake.
It's you ever taken like too much melatonin and you wake up and you're like, this isn't right. For
Yeah,
my
like every
body.
other day.
Yeah, that's what you feel like right now, both of you.
Am I awake now?
Yeah, but you're groggy. It's not a comfortable wake up. It's one of those headache wake ups.
I've never felt like this in my life.
Yeah, me as well. Must be something that sleeping outside I had horrible dreams.
What?
Yes. It's-
Right. There was all that fire and
But
terrible dream. Did you have a nightmare too?
yes, I also had a dream involving fire.
Strange. And little jelly beans that when you poked them they exploded?
Well, I thought they looked more like lollipops, but yes.
Strange. Let's wake the others.
Maybe it's something we ate last night?
I ate the same mixture of peanut butter and sunflower seeds I always do, so I don't think so.
Damn, Turn, you live like this?
Turns on the protein.
I'm realizing
That's like-
same dream is really something I fall back on for you guys a
Yeah.
lot, but
Let's wake the rest of the
this is
group then.
different.
Alright.
You wake the rest of the group. Is there anything different about one of the members of the group?
No, he's still orange.
Okay.
Neither roleplay nor mechanics-wise does anything make sense. So Septon's still orange.
Fair enough. Yeah, the rest of you are awoken by the group.
So, anyone else had a weird dream last night? Involving, I don't know, fire, lollipops, more fire.
Yep.
Right. Was it all of us? Did anyone not have that dream?
I didn't. At least I don't think.
You remember fire.
Tether just remembers fire and dying.
All you remember is fire, but you do remember fire and Septon yelling every now and again.
No, I just had I had a pretty usual dream, but then I got sent to friendship hell.
Oh.
Strange. Pretty strange. Well, let's keep that in mind as we move forward.
Did-
Perhaps Han was messing with us. Perhaps it was that little lollipop boy and that other one with the big lava.
Oh. Well, it definitely was. Didn't you see them?
Yeah, right at the very
No.
beginning of the dream.
Like at yeah.
What do you mean at the very beginning of the dream?
Oh.
In the beginning?
Ooh, no, they were
Yeah.
there, and they like flashed. There's
Mhm.
like one of them, and then the other one, and then like
Yep.
something else, and then like
Yeah.
the fire started.
Well, perhaps I was just late to the party because when I came to the fire, you two were already there, doing your thing.
Me as well.
Huh.
Did no one else get sent to friendship hell? Or is that
Oh,
something
I
I
was-
need to work on?
It was a hellish
I was
experience.
just in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Tether, what do you mean friendship hell?
Well, I was having a dream about you guys, but I guess I did something wrong because then I got at one moment I woke up and then I was burnt, and then I woke up and then I was burnt, and then I woke up and then I was burnt, and then I woke up and then I was burnt.
Septon thinks
And-
back to what he did in the dream.
And as you say that, you realize there are burn marks on your body.
And you know what? There are burn marks on my body.
Oh, how
All of our bodies?
strange.
Well, Shanti looks fine.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They're not like your skin isn't like popping and you're not horribly disfigured, but like in places where your skin is covered by clothing, there are burns on you. Anyone who was burned last night, which I think is all of you.
Wait, did you say birds or burns?
Burns.
So there's birds on me.
There's birds on you?
Oh, hey. Blake, how are we feeling with resources?
You
say
are-
magical energy and such.
You're fully rested as though you slept the whole night.
Ah, interesting.
Oh.
I feel like I benched a little bit. I feel like I'm a little stronger.
Yeah, if anything.
I feel like I've got a lot more potential, but no energy to use it.
I have a question. Does anyone have any throwing axes or spare daggers or anything like that? It's just that I've been watching the way Una throws weapons for a long time, and I've been really wanting to try it out.
You can throw my shield.
I've got so many spare daggers. Una pulls up a belt of daggers.
Alright, could I have like 5? I would really prefer throwing axes. Brom!
Are we ready yet? And you can see
Yeah,
that
we
him and
supposed-
Elitha are in the wagon.
Whoa,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
guys,
wait.
we should,
Tab,
like,
Tab,
go.
wait, turn.
What?
Turn. Have you ever thrown weapons before?
I mean, like, yeah. I was never, like, amazing at it, but now that I've been watching you for a little bit, I think I have some new ideas.
Right. So maybe you should start with daggers first.
Yeah, dagger, axe, they're both pointy and you throw them.
Hey, gang, maybe we should have this discussion in the truck. Or, cart.
yeah,
The truck.
Cart. And Septon's rolling up his bedroll.
Alright,
Yeah.
fine, I can pack this stuff up in a jiff. I just roll the whole tent and bedroll up into a big bundle. Throw it in my back.
I'm ready.
I mean, Una.
Brom and Elitha are in the
Like-
two front seats now, opposite each other.
Brom! Climbing into the
Una's-
truck.
Una's like running behind
Oh.
Turn, like. But if you like need them, like I just want to hold on to maybe like 2,
Perhaps-
just in
How many
case.
do you have?
I've got like 8.
Alright, well, 4 would probably be enough, I suppose.
All right.
I can make some
I
good
can't
mud balls.
turn.
Brom!
Yeah, get in the truck. I mean, cart. Fuck.
I'm right behind you, already in the cart. Do
Okay.
you have any spare throwing axes?
Not on me, but I could get you some probably.
Is there a blacksmith in town we could purchase some from?
At Watcher's Wilt? I don't know, maybe.
Alright, well, hey. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Now get in. We're already late. That wasn't to
Hey,
you.
man.
You're already in. It's
my
to your friends. They're moving a little slower than you are.
Alright.
Sorry, Brom. We had a rough night last night. Septon says gesturing to burn marks.
He grabs your arm and looks at it. Where'd you get this?
Is
You know, Brom, it's the funniest thing.
is Elitha there?
Yeah, she's there and she's looking very concerned at the situation that's happening in front of her.
You see, we all went to
El-
sleep without burn marks, and when we woke up, burn marks. Notice anything funny I watched last night?
I didn't. El? Anything from you?
El-
No. They slept peacefully. Yes, Una, you seem to be trying to get my attention.
Yeah, thank you for noticing me.
Senpai.
Sensei.
You know, Una didn't die, but
Patron, right.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I now have a plus 16 and notice Bulgy Wolgy.
That sucks. I put that on as a joke because I thought it'd be funny, but now it's really biting me in the ass.
Notice Bulgy Wolgy on Brom. I rolled a 35.
Brom's packing.
Packing schmeat.
Alright, Una, finish your thought.
Is it like an elephant's?
Well, you don't know.
Does it go like this?
No!
I rolled a 35, I'm pretty sure it does.
You know, do I now have to design fucking junk for all of the characters that I create?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please don't.
If you gave someone an ability to investigate, yeah.
You weren't already?
Fair enough. Generally didn't cross my mind, but you know, anything could happen.
I mean, it's like 50-50. Like, sometimes I start the character with the junk, and sometimes I end the character with the junk.
All right. Huh. Yes, Una, you had something to say.
Oh, I'm so scared to talk now. Elitha, what do you know about shared dreams?
Shared dreams. Well, it's not really my area of expertise, but I've heard things. Why did you all have one last night? Is that where you got those?
Pretty
No,
close.
those four had them. I had a different one, but I don't think I belong in that one.
It did.
We're pretty sure you had the same dream, just a different experience together.
There was a lot of fire in all dreams accounted for.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know much. The most I've heard about shared dreams is visions. Those tend to be daydreams, though. Sometimes cults share dreams as messages from their gods.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But they never physically manifest in this way. I am afraid I've only heard of one other situation where this has happened. It was a very interesting case study in the capital of Zymor about a year and a half ago where a man, a simple civilian, I believe he was a Magitech researcher, he showed up to work bloodied, covered in horrific slashing wounds. He claimed that in his dream the night before, himself and the other scholars in his bunk were attacked by a man with a cleaver-like instrument. He woke up covered in injuries, and if I remember correctly, his fellow scholars all died, dead by those same injuries. The courts ruled him as the cause of those injuries in the end, but there was always something fishy about it. I'm sure there's other cases, but that's the only one that comes to mind for me.
Well, anyone have any ideas?
I just didn't think Hell and Mel were powerful enough to do that, unless it was someone else administering the dream, and they just took what was on the top of all of our minds.
Hell and Mel, these are the fired woman and the candy boy.
Yeah.
Tracks, I suppose. I think under these circumstances it would be best to cancel this expedition and get you somewhere where we can keep you safe.
What? This is the most exciting thing I've done since coming to this school. You can't just turn the cart around.
Well, if you're being burned to a crisp in your sleep, I think that's...
Just one of us. And look,
What? No.
she's fine.
I understand your excitement for this, and believe me, the time will come for a trip such as this, but I think the best bet for now is to... Why don't I message the headmaster and see what he has to say about this? Brom, make sure they don't fall asleep, I suppose?
Bron, back me up.
Yeah, alright.
This is how we become heroes, by training. Going out and helping everybody.
You're right, Turn, but you
help
can't...
others until
You can't help others if you're burned to a crisp in your sleep. Una has a very good point there, Turn.
I want whatever the group consensus wants.
Well, as Alpha has gotten out of the cart and is walking a little distance away,
Says the burnt mushroom.
Miss Veerwarden is going to contact the headmaster. We'll see what he has to say about the situation.
Alright.
He has the final say at the end of the day here, but... I mean, I'm concerned, I'm not going to lie.
I want to keep an eye on Mr. Horseman
Richie?
over there.
Richie's looking back. He's got, like, this very scared look in his eyes,
No.
honestly.
Wait. Who was the one who walked away from the cart?
Elitha. She's gonna go
Oh.
message the headmaster. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, what's horse guy?
He's like looking back. He's got wide eyes. He seems a little freaked out by this whole situation.
Oh, poor buddy.
Okay.
Make an insight check if you'd like.
Sure. Why not? Let's see what he's up to. Nine.
Seems legitimately frightened.
All right.
You know.
Tether whispers to Turn. I'm sure the headmaster will want us to go on. He seems a little laissez-faire with this whole thing.
Right. I don't know what laissez-faire means, but...
Tether does. Tether doesn't know how to read, but she knows laissez-faire.
She just got a point in intelligence.
That's true.
Biatches.
That's fair.
Great. Well, I suppose we'll see what happens. I mean, if everybody wants us to go back home, I suppose that's just what we'll have to do. It is very disappointing, though.
I know, I'm totally with you. And then Tether starts whispering to Una, I'm sure the headmaster will take us back. He wouldn't keep us here.
Una probably heard Tether whisper to me.
I don't think Tether's very subtle.
Una can also lip read now. So
Yeah.
watch out, bitches.
So yeah, I'm totally with you. So you, don't worry about that.
Listen, I mean, I've run into a lot of weird things in my time, but people getting burned because of a dream they have is not one of the things I've seen before. Can you give me any more details about what happened last night?
All right. So I wake up. I'm in this weird looking street. All right, everything's
have
all.
you ever been to that street before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Have I?
Una?
Oh. It just looked like one of the streets in the city that I am blanking on the name of.
Up in Kelshar?
Yeah,
But you recognize this
Oh.
specific street?
I do, right? Like,
It's the street. Well, it was originally the street before it turned
I mean,
into
Septon's been there too,
horrible
right?
Tim Burton land. Yeah, but not then.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. I doubt that random street has as much significance in your brain as it does for Una.
No. I guess it looked a little Kelshari.
Alright, so it was a street that you, Una, have been to in Kelshar. And the two of you were awake in this street.
I remember like seeing Una like immediately.
But the rest of you weren't?
They were there, but I noticed Septon first.
We were like on the same street. They were like kind of nearby, kind of in other.
Yeah.
streets.
We couldn't see them, but we knew they were there.
Brom, you know how dreams are. Like it's a street and you've been there, but you haven't. But it's not a street.
I don't know how dreams are, unfortunately, but that's a different story.
What? You don't dream?
I used
You
to.
don't sleep. You used to dream? But your dreams were ruined.
No. Something
Oh.
else. But that's not what's important right now.
It was raining, right? Una, help me out here.
Yes. Sorry, it was raining. There was lightning. We saw Pell and Mel. They were like one figure, but like as the lightning flashed back and forth, they changed their faces. Then there was a giant lava mountain thing with mouths and candy and little candy things popping out and attacking us and exploding. Yeah.
So two things come to mind. One, someone's clearly targeting you, the students, because if it was a large area of effect, myself or Elitha would have been there. Or if whoever did this was worried about us being able to stop them, Richie would have been there. And Richie just sort of like chuckles nervously. It wasn't. It was just you. The other thing is they're either not targeting the two of you as much or targeting you much more. I don't know why.
we do? I just kind of whisper to Septon.
I don't know, did we piss anybody off in Kelshar? The night when we were up there? Well, I guess night's plural at this point.
Alpha beckons Brom over, and he jumps out of the wagon and says, hey, keep trying to figure it out. Goes over.
You know what I mean? Like the night, the night we were.
I'll telepathically
at
to.
work.
Yeah, well, telepathically to Septon, I'll be like, yeah, well, there was that whole murder thing.
You guys look really good this morning.
Tyler, I don't think anyone looks very good this morning.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Well, beauty
Let
is
them
subjective.
know that they look terrible.
Objective? Whoops.
They'll appreciate hearing the truth.
Okay. Shandi, your swords look cool.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, that's pretty good.
I put a lot of work into them every night.
Yeah, maybe you can teach me to polish your sword so I can help you polish your swords.
No, we've been over this. It's a solitary activity.
You're right. I'm sorry. I
make the rest of the boys' room look away while I do it.
I would like to hop out of the cart for a moment
Alright.
and walk around to the horses.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Hello.
Excuse me, Abby, Thunder, and
Gray.
Gray. So you've been working with Mr. Richie for a while, right?
Richie. Yeah. He's our friend. Best friend.
Have you noticed anything different about him recently?
No.
You can. Oh,
He gives us all the treats that he used to.
what type of treats does he give you?
Salt and apples. Sometimes some sugary stuff.
Like, have you noticed any? Have you seen recently? Maybe he's transported a little kid with some candy and a lady who's lots of fire, or much bigger with some lava. Anything like that?
No. We just came from over in the lion place, and we brought a lady who smelled really good. And she had some servants too.
Lion place, lady servants. That's very interesting. Have you noticed him with any? Do you know what a lollipop is?
What's a lollipop?
He just glitched out, and it sounded very creepy.
What's a lolly?
Exactly like that.
Those horses are creepy as fuck. Kill them.
What's a lollipop?
Kill him.
Well, it's just like a it's like a little stack with a little circle of sugar, like candy, sort of.
We
on the
like
end of it.
sugar. Do you
know
have
you like
sugar?
You're used to eating like sugar cubes, right?
Yeah.
Right. This one's not in a cube; it's round. Have you seen anything
Round?
like that?
Like an eyeball
Like an eyeball, exactly.
on a stick?
Mm-hmm.
No
it's
eyeballs
made
on
of
sticks.
But it's made of
No.
sugar.
Sugars are squares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. If I find any sugar cubes, I'll bring them right to you.
Yeah.
All right. I will.
And then Thunder sort of nuzzles you with his snout.
Oh. All right. I appreciate all the hard work.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for pulling us around.
Yeah.
Uh,
You guys are nice.
see.
You aren't too heavy.
oh.
And you're not
Thank
loud
you.
at night.
Oh. You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Good chat. Talk
Bye.
to you later.
They start humming in unison again.
The acapella horse group.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right. I sit back down in the cart.
And Septon, your orange is like sunsets.
Thank you, Tether.
How would you rate that compliment?
What?
How would you rate your experience?
What? What does that mean?
Okay, sorry.
Telepathically to Sept, and I'll be like, just rate it. Just give it a number. Just give it a high number.
It's
Just go with
an 8.
Good.
I'm probably looking extra red today, looking at burn marks.
Awesome, cool.
This point, you hear some raised voices over from where Elitha and Brahm are standing. Elitha is yelling, and Brahm is just sort of like, and Elitha sort of storms off a little ways. And Brahm just looks a little confused.
Are you doing all right over there?
Women.
He was saying?
Oh.
What? Oh, yeah, they were arguing.
Could I
Yeah, they were... Well, they weren't arguing. She was really upset that the headmaster wants you to continue with the quest. And he was saying, well, it's his call. And then she got really upset with him about siding with him. And then got angry and left. He turns to you guys and says, quest is still on. Give me a minute and we'll get going.
turned as a backflip?
I get up and do a whole little dance.
Elephant stares daggers at you.
Septon immediately attempts musical accompaniment to the dance.
Brum chuckles a little bit, and then he looks back at Elephant and he's like, I mean, we don't agree, of course, with this, but, you know, it's our job to, so. Eventually, Elitha comes back in the cart, and she's just fuming and, like, looking over her notes, but she's, like, turning pages really hard. And Brahm is just sitting across from her, sort of rubbing his bald head and looking around uncomfortably.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
So, Elle, what are you reading?
Do you actually say that?
Yes.
All right. She turns
Make a wisdom saving
like
throw.
like she just stops and Brum's face like pales and her head turns to Brum. She said, "Did you teach her that?" Brum goes, "I you know, sometimes it slips out." She goes,
Brom's gonna fucking die.
She goes, "Huh. Interesting." Tether. She's not looking at you. She's looking at Brum. Tether, you're to refer to me as Mrs. Veerwarden, or Elitha, if you must. Is that clear?
Yes, Ms. Veerwarden. I was just asking what you were reading because you were looking at it very angrily.
Just some books. Brum, as you well know, you can respond to these messages. And then she just stares at him.
Left on red.
And then, like, every couple of seconds, you see him just sort of, like, change his face. Una, you recognize people having a psychic conversation. Doesn't look like a pleasant one.
Yikes.
Yeah, a couple hours later, Elitha turns back to her books, and Brum pulls out a flask. But
The only thing Una and Brom have in common, they've been yelled at telepathically.
About halfway through this day, as you continue on your journey, the Withered Queen's Court will come into view. At first, it seems like a mistake, a trick of an eye kept open too long, but blinking and rubbing your eyes doesn't make it disappear. The sky up ahead is 2 shades less saturated than what you're used to, and this unnerving transition happens at a jagged line in the atmosphere. 1 second normal sky, the next sepia. This underhued aura looms over a stretch of massive petrified forest, punctuated by several giant thorned vines, forming horrid arches encasing the arboreal graveyard. As you approach, Brum's uncomfortable and unpleasant face turns into a full-on grimace, and a somber look will pass over Elitha's, as her anger is abated slightly. This stretch of death begins rather sharply on the hills, but continues south farther than you can see. The cart and the road keeps a wide berth of the area, but the air around you grows quite a bit chillier. It no longer feels like the beautiful summer day it is. It feels like late fall. Richie turns around and says, "Now that's the Withered Queen's court. If you've got any sense about you, you won't head on in there." And then turns back around.
It's pretty.
I'm afraid we've got no sense at all.
Oh no.
Is it making me homesick? Or is it like,
I mean,
or
how
is it like a bad time in the Feywild?
it's like the place where the bad Fey well, you've seen where the Withered Queen lives in the Feywild, and it's like this. And people, you don't go there. You don't go to the Withered Queen's court. That's not what it's called in the Feywild, but you don't go to her neck of the woods. This looks like that, but here.
Okay, so less homesick, and we're like, ooh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
No.
Tether, probably a fairly similar vibe to the enclaves of your cult. Little weirder, less purposeful, things jetting up in random directions, but and also it's not a bunch of living fungus, it's dead plants for the most part, which isn't really in keeping with your life, but like similar vibes.
Turn. I'm usually all for you when you're like, hey, let's go do this thing, but that ain't it. Gesturing to the hole.
All right, but just to let you know, if I get one good reason to go in there, heck,
No.
if I get one half-decent reason to go in there, if someone even so much as looks at it in an inviting fashion,
Listen.
I'm there.
Going back to when I was like really, really young, like 50 years ago, that
Nice.
shit, don't go near that shit.
If you want to feel a little better, it kind of reminds me of my old home.
Exactly.
wanna
That's
go?
another reason we avoid that shit.
Sounds like a reason to go see it. Fine, but fine. If everyone's so scared of the...
I wanted to hear what those vines had to say.
Go in there.
You feel an armored hand on your shoulder turn. You turn and you
Um.
see Braum looking more serious and more angry than you've ever seen him. You are not.
Yes, Brom.
You are not to go into the Withered Queen's court. You may think it's fun and games now, and I appreciate your adventurous spirit, but that is not a place for you. It's not a place for anyone. Am I clear?
You're clear. I wish someone would tell me why, though.
You'll see. Turns back around, puts his head in his hands, like massages his scalp. Alepha, for just the briefest moment, has a twinge of sympathy in her eyes as she looks at him before she turns back to her books.
I mean, how can we see if we don't go?
Turn and tether.
Tether, you are speaking my language.
Turn and
I'm
tether.
sure we'll find out eventually.
Yeah,
Yes,
Una.
Una.
I think you need to respect those who have more experience with you in certain situations.
I'm not going in there. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there because I would never break the
Right.
rules.
But
But
you keep saying things.
I'm allowed to be curious,
That-
aren't I?
You're allowed to, yes. But then you keep saying things that make us think, or myself think, I don't want to speak for the group, but that in the blink of an eye, you could be off. And that concerns us because we're in this together.
I'm sorry, and I'll never do it again. But I will sit in silence for the
No,
foreseeable
Heather,
future.
I don't mean... Heather, I don't mean sit in silence.
Una, Brahm, and Septon. I'm not going into a dark, crazy forest.
Braum doesn't respond. He's just rubbing his head, looking at the ground.
I'm not waiting for a response. I'm just declaring it.
Alepha sort of weakly smiles at you, as though to acknowledge it.
Oh, to answer the question, I mean, like, Shandi isn't angry about me for it, so that's why I didn't say his name.
Shandi's been minding
No,
his own business.
Shandi could hate us all for all we know.
Well, he doesn't hate you because bonds forged on the battlefield.
Bond towards that.
Yeah, true. I'm Shandi's favorite.
That's probably true. All right.
Alright, Turn, I'm not mad or angry at you.
I know, I didn't say
think
you were.
these are... What? Didn't you?
No.
I think he was talking to chat, which is a
Oh,
third party.
got you.
Yeah.
You know what? The RP stands. Turn.
Oh.
Turn. I'm not angry at you or anything. I just think these... When you talk about being a hero, going on quests in our little group that we're forming, these are the kinds of conversations we need to have.
Specifically, what kind of conversation, you mean?
Like when people disagree and you talk it out, and it might be difficult, and we point out something.
Una, I think this is more of a conversation than it actually is. I was just asking questions about the forest.
Hey guys, look over here! And Tether produces flames in her hand. Look at this!
Listen, I'm not very good at like walking on eggshells or being careful about the things that people are talking about. So, I understand if sometimes I come across as just saying or doing whatever's in my mind, but I'm not completely clueless. Despite what, some people might think. I made it this far, didn't I? All right.
It's fire.
I already told you I'm not going into the woods. I know enough to see it worries people, and I don't want to get anybody hurt, especially not if it would be my fault. And so, right, you don't have to be so worried about me.
Thank you, Turn. I'm sure we all appreciate it. And very nice fire, Tether.
Thank you.
Now I think
Fire.
I think a lot has happened today already, so I think perhaps it might be wise to take the day in introspection. So think, maybe not talk so much. Does that sound all right?
It's gonna be really.
What'd you say?
It's gonna be really hard to not talk so much.
Well, I'm not asking you to be silent, but perhaps let's leave these topics for another time. Now, since we're going on this ill-conceived quest anyway, now's the time for you to be growing closer as a group, for your lives will probably depend on each other in the coming days. So, let's leave it for now. Only if you want. She turns back to her books.
If people need space, I can climb out underneath the wagon and hold on.
Climb on the bottom. I could do the same thing. It could be pretty fun. Wait, you know what I have? I brought with me my cartography kit. I'm not very good at it, but I've been trying to learn. So, do you want to help me make a map, Tether?
I have paint and glitter.
Alright, whip out my cartography kit and start mapping to the
Alright.
best of my ability.
Yeah, probably not great. But you can make a check for it if you'd like.
Sure. What type of check would that be?
That's a great question.
Wisdom, I guess? Survival?
Theoretically, wouldn't it be a tool check, the same as?
I don't have proficiency with the toolkit. I just
Then yeah, I'd call it a survival check.
Alright.
I'm helping.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, I think Tether, in your helping with glitter and colors, it's not so much helping as much enhancing what does happen. But you guys make a really pretty picture.
No, Heather's like doesn't get what cartography means. She's like, I think a mountain should go here.
I didn't see a mountain there, but I like it, so I might as well put it there. Right.
You make a nice fanciful little map that definitely doesn't display anywhere that exists in this area, but you made a map.
Oh, later on when we're all back in our room, we should all pretend that we're like members of an adventuring party, and like we all pretend that we're traveling across the land, and we control our characters, and we get like some dice to like roll for different situations.
I do that sometimes at night.
Sorry, you had to go. He said too much.
Oh wait.
He's been removed.
Well.
What happened? You DC'd? Oh.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing, 1 minute I was there, and then 1 minute I was, just me.
Just turn.
What if I just didn't come back?
That would have been sad.
Yeah. Anyway, sometimes at night, in between my Una experiment, I like to make little structures and put the bugs in and pretend they're us to see like how we'd react in some situations. According to the bugs, we'd either eat each other or ignore each other.
Interesting. Well, so far neither of those things has happened to us.
Yeah. Also, if you're keeping watch some nights, I have an experiment with Una where when I'm waiting to like do something at night, I like to count her breathing and pretend like I can figure out what she's dreaming about based on her breaths. And in the morning, I'm always like, Una, what did you dream about last night? And I think I'm getting it down.
So, what do you usually think she's dreaming about?
Mostly about, she breathes very heavily, so sometimes I think she's doing an obstacle course.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Or like she's climbing. Or like trees. I haven't gotten it right yet, but I think I'm getting closer.
I don't really peg Una as a tree fan, but alright, maybe.
Maybe I'm projecting. I don't know. I'm sure wish Chelsea was here.
As this conversation keeps going, the day passes by quickly, and as evening rolls around, the cart will roll into the town of Wilter's Watch. The town is... I should probably wait till Chelsea gets here to describe this.
I'll just yell it really loud to the next room.
It's okay, you don't have to do
The town is called Watch! Keep going.
I'm actually definitely going to take a pause now.
Alright.
Yeah, no, the rest of the ride is I mean, it's fairly uneventful as far as things that you pass by. There's once the Withered Queen's Court begins, there are no longer any homesteads or farms or anything in the area. It's empty on the roads. You don't pass anybody going by. Brum stays in that position for like several hours before like leaning back again and looking at the opposite direction of the court, and Elipha continues to read, but it's pretty clear that she's checking up on Brom every now and again. But as evening comes around, you do roll into the town of Wilter's Watch. The town is fairly small in comparison to a city like Kelshar, but it definitely isn't a tiny hamlet. The buildings are mostly built from stone and wood, though they are reminiscent of the architecture of the major Zymorian cities, with runes and glyphs worked into the stone foundations of the structures. The most notable thing about the town is a massive wall on the east side of it. The town is built about a quarter of a mile from the sort of distinct border of the gloomy aura surrounding the Withered Queen's Court, and this massive wall blocks the town from having any sightline of it. The wall itself is 100 feet tall, and Richie lets you know that it contains 2 side-by-side columns of rooms. He also lets you know that the Platinum Claw, the military of Zymor, has a force stationed inside the wall that keeps watch over the court and protects the town, as well as Zymor as a whole from the monstrosities that come out of it. Your cart rolls in just a touch after sunset, and as you drive into the town, the cart passes a small pack of fairly large foxes. They'd probably come up to around Shandi or Septon's waist. They also seem oddly comfortable around people. They get out of the way of the cart, but they're not really in any rush.
Those aren't oddly large. Those are massive.
Yeah, oddly large. Oddly large foxes.
Hi.
They look at you with their big fox eyes and just sort of... They don't really scurry, they just saunter away. The cart pulls up in front of an inn with a wooden sign that reads The Bastion. The lights are on, and you can see through the windows there is a brunette half-elven woman with her hair tied up, standing behind the bar, and no one else inside. Brahm stands up and says, "All right, this is where we'll be staying for the week. Well, we have rooms for the week. Whether or not you end up staying here is up to you. We have 3 rooms. Elitha and I are taking 1. The 2 others are up to you. Unfortunately, only 2 beds in each room, so figure that out however you want. We'll go in, we'll get the keys. I'll be in the tavern for the rest of the night if you need any help. I don't know where Elitha will be," she says. "I'll probably be in the room. Tonight, at some point, Second Claw Bo Lao, our contact, is going to meet you in this inn here, so be ready for that. Any more questions before your assignment starts?"
What'd you say the name was?
Second Claw, which is his title, I assume, Bo Lao. Bolau.
All right. And then after we meet the contact, it's just
It's up to you.
we
Solve the
we
problem.
set out and solve the problem. All right.
If you need any
Won't let you
advice,
down, Brom.
if you need any advice, tough, but if you're in danger, let me know. And if you have another dream like you did last night, that falls outside of the jurisdiction of the job, I need to hear
Take
about
care
that.
of ourselves. Oh,
No, the opposite. Let me and
All right.
Elitha know about that. Everything else, though, that's on your head.
What time will Second Claw be meeting us?
He said after sunset, so
So, wait, what time is it now?
just after sunset. Probably like...
Oof. All right,
Probably like
so no
it's
time
probably like
to,
8 p.m. now.
All right, so no time to like scout out the area.
Probably not, but yeah. But you've got a week starting tomorrow, more or less, to starting to today. You have a week until next Sunday before we have to get back, so you should probably have time. That's it, right? And he turns to Elitha and she says, "Well, almost." And she pulls out a sending stone. She says, "This is in case you're ever in mortal danger. You can contact me with it. You'll only be able to contact me. I have its pair, but who wants it?"
Who's really reliable amongst all
I
of us?
nominate
Most responsible.
who
Shandi,
is really good at communication.
Shandi, will you take this, please?
Oh, yes, very well.
Thank you. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And I regret that you have to do this still, despite what happened to you last night. But I'm sure you'll handle it.
Thanks.
And the 2 of them get out of the cart and head into the inn.
What a nice little town.
Full of little people.
It's pretty quiet too. And if you didn't know any better, you'd say every day is sort of like the one before.
Anyway, I suppose I'll wait here. Perhaps I'll just sort of wander around the immediate area a little bit, get familiar with my surroundings. see
Cool.
what kind of birds they got flitting about, and
You know-
just wait for Mr. Second Claw, or
Bolau.
Boolau.
Bolau.
Bolau.
Boolau.
Bolau. Right.
You do notice pretty quickly not a lot of birds. You have to guess that the giant foxes probably have something to do with that, especially since they're eyeing your birds pretty hungrily.
I'm like, all right, pretty heavy on the predator side here, but that's how the food chain goes, I suppose.
Meanwhile, they're like
Yeah.
nuzzling up against the horses, just sniffing and rubbing. And the horses seem to be enjoying that.
All right.
What?
I'll take a look. I'll take a look inside. I'll head into the tavern or
Cool.
inn or whatever it is.
It is almost entirely empty, with the exception of Brahm, who you see setting 2 keys down on the bar, and he looks at you, sort of nods, and then sits down a couple seats away and starts drinking. The bartender seems very excited to be serving him and turns over to you and says, "Oh, hi, welcome. My name's Ilcia. Welcome to the Bastion. What can I do for you?" Yeah, you. The orange fella.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Brahm.
Oh no, I've already served. I've already served him. Unless you not something else, and he just sort of waves his hand.
I mean, we haven't had dinner yet.
We got food.
so-
We have food.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you got. Is everybody else like still outside or?
I don't know.
Shandi, I'll say, followed you in.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, do we want to get dinner? Depending on what this mission is like, we might not get like food for a while.
Well, nothing better to do, I suppose, than eat while we wait. Make the most of our time here.
Sure. Yeah. What do you got?
That's 2 meals for you gentlemen coming up.
Where are the rest?
Turns outside. I don't know where everybody else is.
Two for now. Yeah.
2 for now. All right. We've got chicken. We've got cockatrice eggs, and we have a salad with a basilisk venom zest. I promise. No danger there, but it really spices things up.
I'll just have some chicken.
All right.
I'll stick with the chicken as well.
Very well. All right, 2 chickens coming up. I'll go tell the chef. He'll be very excited. She scurries off into the back room. Oh, and sit anywhere you like.
I mean, is there a table with 6?
Yeah.
All right. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Cool. Sit down. What's everybody else up to? Turns
Tether's
checking out
just-
the birds. What's Tether up to?
She's just sitting still and smiling at Una.
Oh, Una's outside.
Oh yeah, so I'm still
Like-
sitting in the cart.
Oh. Una's like staring up just at the sky and has not even noticed Heather, unfortunately.
And the 2 sit quietly in the cart together.
But eventually my tummy starts rumbling and I'll go inside.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah, me too. Sorry. I'll go in too.
What? Why are you sorry?
I was just like, you really seem lost in thought, and I don't want to leave you alone, and so I just waited. But then like you walked away, and so I figured maybe like I should have just like let you alone, and I shouldn't have waited.
No,
But
no,
I'm
no,
just gonna
no,
go in
no.
now too, because
Tether.
I'm hungry too.
No, Tether. It was. I'm gonna. You're so much taller than me. I'm gonna like try to grab her hand and just be like, no, Tether, that was very nice of you to do that. You didn't. I'm gonna say this, please don't take it the wrong way. You didn't have to, but I'm glad you were there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's as retribution. I usually wouldn't have wanted to go against the rules and go to the forest. I just like forgot myself for one moment because there's like, like woods and like it had like weird plants that like I wanted to say hi to because the plants like sometimes are different in different areas in different genuses.
Tether, I'm really not mad at you or even Turn about that. And especially not you. Let's just go inside.
Okay, that sounds good. Should we wait for a Turn? Because what if, like, the person gets here and, like, Turn's not there, but he's, like, really impatient, and so we have to do it then, and then Turn's upset because he's really excited for this and misses it.
Hey, Turn.
I
Are you coming?
turn just full of birds.
That's very nice. Tether and I are gonna join the other two for some dinner. If you want
Alright.
to join.
I come on over.
Cool. Yeah, you head on inside.
What's for dinner?
You head inside as you see this half-elfin woman step out again. She goes, "Oh, more? Could I get you anything? Welcome. My name's Ilcia. Welcome to the Bastion. What can I do for you?"
Well, Elsia, it's nice to see ya.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I would like some dinner.
Yes.
And
we
here's
have
some money.
Well, we have chicken, we have cockatrice egg, and we have salad with a basilisk venom, sort of garnish. It's not deadly, but it does spice it up quite a bit.
Well, I haven't had cockatrice egg in a very long time, but that salad does sound delicious.
All right,
so
one salad.
I'm gonna take it. Right?
I'll have the salad as well.
Salad, all right. And for
I'll have the salad too because that's a really good choice that these two made.
I think so as well. All right, I'll let the chef know. Honestly, we can probably get these out in the same time as your friends here.
Take your time. We'll be here.
And also, don't worry. Your stay, including food, has already been paid for by your institution. So.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Shadi, have you ever been in like a bar like this, or?
Oh, yes. Plenty of times.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what your work before this with
Lord Resk?
Yes. I was gonna say Count Resk. I almost messed that up. I wasn't sure what it entailed, and like, I don't know. I somehow didn't picture it in like this kind of place. Although I'll be honest, this is the quietest bar I've ever been in.
Yes, it is missing the usual tavern accompaniments.
Yeah, like it's like being in a place that I like recognize but don't recognize.
I've been to a lot of taverns, and this is the quietest one I've ever been to.
Seems this whole town is quiet for the most part.
Seems pretty loud to me, but I'll take your word for it.
Interesting.
The food comes out not too much later, and as it does, the front door also swings open. Stepping through the door is a human man. He's tall, broad-shouldered, and wearing the garb of commanding officer of the Platinum Claw, which is a set of platinum half-plate with a shimmering blue Magitech orb of protection mounted in the center, complete with a navy cape.
Well, shit.
He's holding his the platinum, however, is quite dirtied. Not that it hasn't been taken care of, but it's seen a lot, it seems. He's holding his helmet, a visored Barbuda helm with a claw etched across the side, and he has a broad longsword strapped to his belt and a kite shield emblazoned with a tree burning slung across his back. His black hair lies fairly flat against his head, reaching down to his shoulders, and a beard that looks more like the consequence of neglect than an active choice covers his jaw. He has a large scar across his nose, a chunk taken out of his left ear. Well, should say a chunk remaining of his left ear, and a fairly fresh wound with stitches across his cheeks. As he enters, he salutes, and as you do so, you can see he's missing the center of his hand, on one of his hands.
So he could like drop like a bulb through
Yeah.
his hand.
But it's not a perfect circle. It's pretty gnarled and healed weird, you can tell.
Cool. When you first described him, I thought you said Bermuda and then also a claw, and I was thinking like a Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
type,
it's Jimmy
but-
Buffett. It's second talent Jimmy. Now he salutes and he says, "I'm second talent Bo Lau. I assume you're the group that I'm here to meet."
That's us.
Hi.
Good.
Would you like a chair?
Yes, please.
We picked a table with 6.
Appreciate that.
Oh, how about that?
So,
Do you want food and drink on us?
no, I'm alright. Let me get down to business. Second Talon Bolau, you know that. I am the commander of the soldiers in the wall. My job is to defend this town and all of Zymor from the horrors that come out of that horrible witchwood. It's not an easy job, takes up a lot of my time. In fact, takes up all of my time. Lose average of 5 soldiers a day to this job. So, when other issues come up in the town, we can't take care of them. We're pretty busy. So I'd like to thank you for being the ones to take care of this little issue for us, first off. One of these small issues seems to have arisen as of late. For several months now, supplies have been going missing from the town stores on what seems to be a nightly basis. Though every now and again there is a skipped night. At first, this was not a huge deal, but as summer draws to a close, it becomes more pressing as resupplying becomes less easy and the cold months approach. The land around here is bad for farming, as you could probably guess, so we rely on trade to keep the town going through the winter. Solving this food crisis is critical to the survival of the town, but more importantly, to the survival of the wall and the protection it brings to Zymor. And as he says that, Brahm just laughs, like, openly from the bar. He takes a second, looks over at him, turns back. I have been able to detect a pattern of strikes in the past couple of days. These assailants, whoever they are, strike every night, but every 5th night they don't. They rotate which storehouse they target, but I can tell you for certain that the next strike will occur tomorrow night at the southernmost storehouse. Until then, I encourage you to check out the town, talk to people, do whatever it is you adventurers do. And he sort of glares over at Brahm. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Hope we didn't take up too much of yours.
Well, it's a crucial situation. Any questions?
Where should we come find you when all is said and done?
I'll be at the wall. I'll let them know who you are, and that you're looking for second Talon Bolau. If I'm here, and if I'm alive, be sure to catch up with you once you solve this issue.
Alright. That's all the questions I have.
Alright, anything else?
Do you have any idea what it is that's raiding this place?
Frankly, I've heard a lot of different stories. I don't know which one's true. My guess, either someone in the town, bandits living outside the town, or a group of monsters. Goblins, maybe. We haven't had much issue with them in the past, but there's been sightings in this area in several years past, so anything's possible. I mean, hell, it could be the fucking foxes for all I know, but we do have Magitech automatons guarding the storerooms, and whatever it is manages to outsmart or outrun them, so.
Interesting.
I haven't had time to look into it myself. We've had a bit of an issue with corpse flowers popping up out of these woods recently, and they're a bit more of a threat to the town and to Zymor than whatever this is. So, sorry I don't have more information, but sort of below my pay grade.
Who reported it?
Oh, I mean, it's been happening for months. It's a huge number of people.
Right, but like, whose job is it to like keep track of the storehouses?
That'd be the town provisioner. I don't know his name. A dwarven fellow. Lives with his mother. Ask around, I'm sure you'll find him.
Alright. Anybody else got anything?
I think we just gotta start investigating.
Yep.
Ask around tomorrow. Hey, is it always this quiet?
Yeah. We're lucky when it's this quiet. I mean, are you surprised? Who would want to live on the door to hell? I mean, no disrespect here, as he looks at you, clearly, an Elatrin. But them Fey folk are right bastards. I mean,
Look, even where I come from,
listen,
we stay away from that shit.
you know, I mean, these things, they don't just kill you like a devil or a demon would. I make it as unpleasant for you and as pleasant for them as possible. Lucky for me, that means we got more surviving soldiers. Unlucky for them, you know. He holds up his hand. Shit like this happens on a daily basis. Oh, and if the alarm goes off, get inside. There's a high likelihood that something is coming out of the court. Doesn't happen often. They usually go after more juicy targets, but you know, it does happen. If you want to lay out of the area, I'm sure bartender over there could give you more information, but for now I should probably get back to my post. Unless you've got anything more urgent.
No, sir.
Nods appreciatively, though he doesn't look like he's in the habit of smiling at much. Alright. Best of luck. And he salutes again and leaves.
Sounds like we have a lot of work to do. Should we start tonight, do you think? He says he bets that tonight's gonna be the...
Tomorrow is gonna be the...
Oh, tomorrow night. Perhaps if we should think about changing our sleep schedule. If this sort of thing happens at night mostly, we might benefit from operating towards the end of the day and then staying awake through the evening. Keep watch, try to thwart an attack, perhaps catch them red-handed.
So should we try to stay up all night tonight?
Well, I was just thinking more important, you could sleep tonight, but just keep sleeping through the day and resting through the day, so that eventually, when tomorrow evening comes, you're ready. Or we could plan shifts or something. We should definitely
Probably a good idea.
we should talk to the provisioner. Just do the rounds as well. Maybe look for some clues. It's just some ideas off the top of my head.
We could always go scope out the storeroom tonight, just see the lay of the land. Although, with the provisioner, I would be worried he might have turned in early.
I'm also not, just because he said that tonight probably wouldn't be an attack, I don't know how much I want to really lay low and not pay any attention at all tonight.
You hear from the bar as Brom sort of grunts in approval.
That is weird. He kind of said that, like, it was every night, but then he was like, it probably won't be tonight.
Well, no, he said there's a pattern where there's every 5 nights they don't.
Huh. Anybody know anything significant about, like, every 5 nights? Is that, like, a thing?
It's definitely not like an animal, I'd imagine, unless it's under control of something else, unless it's like some sort of lunar cycle, perhaps, but maybe it's just one of the they said they had the Magitech constructs. Maybe it's one of them gone haywire or something. If it's such a specific cycle.
I can ask
Right.
the foxes.
Or it coincides
Good
with when
idea.
they restock.
Or when they restock, perhaps we should also ask the provisioner when shipments
Oh,
come into
it-
town.
So it could be somebody from the inside helping somebody from the outside.
Well, I agree with Shandy. I think tonight we should just get a visual inspection on things and start putting together a plan for tomorrow of who to ask and what to ask and where to go. And I think probably tonight as well we should keep an eye on things. Just keep an ear open.
Cool. So who's headed where?
Go check out that southernmost storehouse.
That's where I'd like to go as well.
Let's move
Wait,
as a
are you
group.
leaving right now and before the food and disappointing the server, or are we gonna eat?
I thought we already ate. They brought the food out.
They brought the food out, but then he arrived right away, so theoretically you haven't eaten yet. But
Oh,
you
We
can
should
eat.
eat real quick.
We
Yeah.
can finish.
Yeah,
I,
you can finish up your
Quick
meal.
shovel down to the food.
Garfed
I'm
it.
gonna eat my chicken.
That it's like it is a tangy salad dressing on this salad. Like
Ooh. Mmm.
Why is this so
Ama
spicy?
nama nama.
That's
But-
the sound Una makes every time she eats.
nom, 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 nom.
Nama 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 nama.
Ama nama nama.
But yeah, you after food is done, you make your way towards the southernmost.
I tip a few gold and leave it at the table.
Cool. Ilcia thanks you in a fluster. She's very excited about it. All right. So the storm itself is an ovular steel structure that hums gently and emits sort of a warm glow. It's a little weird to look at. Doesn't seem in keeping with the rest of the town, but it is what it is. It's likely that Una and Shandi have seen storerooms like this before. It's pretty standard for Zymor. Outside the storeroom are two figures who seem to be in a bit of an argument. Well, one of them is in an argument. The other one's standing still in front of the door. The one standing still in front of the door is a Magitech construct. It is a blue steel skeleton with a reinforced glass head in the shape of a castle tower. This construct has 4 arms, and it moves in shaky but forceful motions. Its somewhat thin frame is covered fully in arcane carvings, and from these carvings flow a steady aura of ever-changing runic symbols that float forth from its body and fade into the air. The other figure is a surly human man with the tanned skin of a Selosian and the ceremonial neck tattoos to match. He also is yelling in a Selosian accent. "Oh, this is impossible! What am I supposed to do here? Do you see this thing? Are you with the Platinum Claw? For I need to get into the storeroom to get supplies for my shop tomorrow. But if this rook, you call it, will not let me in, then I suppose I shall starve. Is that what you want?" And the automaton just folds 2 of its arms. Doesn't say anything. Gah! Well? This man turns towards you. Are you with them or no? I've never seen you around these parts before, so...
We're, oh, it's rubbing the accent's rubbing off on me. Oh no.
Jean-Pierre's gonna come back.
No.
Yes,
please.
Leave
bring
John.
him
These
back.
fucking kids here, and they're
Stop
looking
it.
into the issue
Stop
in this
it.
town. Throw the cigarette at his feet.
A man after my own heart.
Well, actually, we're working for the Claw, and we're here investigating the issue.
Oh, these missing supplies, these thefts in the night.
Right. Aye, that's the one.
Well, this is the reason I can no longer get to my supplies. I have a potion shop to sell. I need these things.
So, does this thing speak?
No, but it guards.
Oh, buddied God.
Stop.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's
These platinum lackeys, they call it the rook. The one up the road is the knight. And there's also 3 pawns who do the rounds.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so there's 5 of them in total.
Eh. We.
Is is this usual? Do they usually stop you from getting into the storehouse?
Well, they've been put on this priority watch now that these thefts are happening. But I am a respectable businessman, a member of the community. Hell, I practically built these things.
What? Who is in charge of them now? Or are they
That
completely...
detestable Bolal. Ugh. Filthy man.
Oh,
He's put them on this high watch, as if the hundreds of soldiers tromping through here every day aren't enough.
interesting.
Well, if there's robberies,
Robberies. It's probably as one of these children of the town, stealing some grain here, some meat there. I'm sure you haven't been informed, but the amount that is stolen, not enough to feed a full-grown person. It's pranks! These kids always doing it. How they get past these blockheads, I do not know. Probably small, fit in these small crevices, easier to hide. I have no need to hide.
how long have they been not allowing people in at night?
It's about a month now.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if you had been that they've been doing this for a month, wouldn't you have come a little earlier?
Well, I do not know what you are. I do not understand what you are or why a mushroom is talking to me. But you've clearly never run a potion shop before. Sometimes you run out of materials because people buy a lot during the day. Are you telling me? Are you telling me not to sell? Not to sell, just close my business down? Oh, good point, mushroom.
I didn't say that. I just said if you knew they would come, they wouldn't let you in later on. Maybe if you had come earlier, or maybe if you just come very early tomorrow morning, it will work.
Who taught this mushroom to talk? And whoever did that, how about we get them to stop talking?
Demon voice is back in his head. It's gonna say, now, that's enough of that. Why don't you ask her name? Be polite. Oh no.
You hear a voice in the same tenor in your head. And why don't you not use magic on people who do not ask for it? You think I am some country bumpkin? You think I am some simple man living in a simple town? No! Now, if you are going to be of no help to me, I will take my leave.
That's probably a good idea. If you come earlier, you can probably get your stuff.
I swear, talking mushrooms, rude children. What is this world coming to? And he storms away.
Well, that went, I'd consider that a success.
I'm gonna.
Can I say something? I didn't understand a word here.
I'm gonna turn to the automaton and be like,
2 of its arms are folded, 2 of its arms are at its sides, and it's just sort of like every couple of seconds.
if I need supplies, when can I come by?
Points to the moon, and then it points down.
Oh, daytime. So that guy just should have come by at daytime.
That's what I was saying.
Alright. Well, that's on him for him to figure out. Well, it seems like this one's working. Is there
Excuse
any...
me?
Oh, go ahead,
No.
go ahead.
What?
That's okay.
Does
You
he-
can go
wait,
first.
What does he do? He's a potion guy.
He owns a
Potion
Potion
shop.
sort
shop.
of a
Potion setup.
apothecary, I suppose.
Is a potion shop a potion shop owner an illustrious occupation?
Depends. Back where you're from, there's different levels of potion shops, and they cater to different clientele. The most frequent ones you're seeing are stuff that sells, cure disease potions, maybe just something for the back, the joints, just a simple apothecary. One tier up from that is the ones who cater to adventurers, and they do significantly better as far as income is concerned, because the magic potions that they sell are, more expensive than, say, a poultice for your aching back. But they're still not prestigious. But then there's the third tier of potion sellers who cater to rich nobility, the nobles of Zymor. They are not at the level of the nobles of Zymor, but they're definitely at the top of the merchant caste. They're up there with jewelry merchants and other fine goods. They're luxury goods merchants, so they are afforded the respect that is concerned. Though you look around, doesn't seem to be a whole lot of nobility here in Wilter's Watch, so.
Yeah, mostly trying to gauge if he's actually a threat or just kind of full of himself and full of his own shit.
Well, I found potion makers and pharmaceutical companies can make a lot of money when they're profiteering on war.
Oh, also, go ahead and make a history check for me, Una. And Shandi as well.
Okay.
Because the two of you would probably know this, and I doubt the other three would.
You said history?
History, yes.
21.
Cool.
12.
Yeah, Shanti, you recognize his neck tattoos as Seleucian. That's about it. Una, you recognize that only Seleucian nobility is afforded the ceremonial neck tattoos. And you also noticed that there was a scar on his neck, breaking the line across his neck, which means he has been cast out from the family, exiled, thought dead, betrayed them in some way. Any of the above.
I tell my buddies that fun fact.
Interesting.
While I write this down, hold on.
I'm gonna...
Excuse me, Mr. Rock Guy. Are there any other entrances or exits? Do you think people could have dug from underground? Inside?
If you don't mind.
And it starts looking at the ground.
Could I walk a quick perimeter just to examine the area? Thank you, Gary.
It's standing just firmly planted in front of the door. It doesn't seem to care much otherwise.
Has anything gotten past you lately? Is there any way we could know what?
It doesn't seem to know how to respond to that.
Oh, do you know what got past you? Did you see? Can you see? Okay. You saw it. Can you... could you draw?
Doesn't know how to respond.
Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Animal.
Wait, I'm gonna start my hand on the ground, and you're gonna nod when it's the height of the thing you saw, okay? Really?
No, it's just confused. It doesn't really know what you're asking.
Okay,
Two legs or 4 legs? Like...
No legs? An automaton? Is that the word? Okay, something alive? Okay, something normal around here?
isn't really sure how to respond to that. You're getting the sense that it doesn't really have an intelligence so much.
Yeah, but it seems to have a memory.
Yeah.
Something, something you've seen before? Okay. So it's not something like new. What are you guys doing? Was it a cat?
He doesn't know how to respond to that.
This is
No, someone said memory, and then we both went to cats.
That's why I asked if it was a cat.
Okay.
Did you try to stop it? Was it faster than you?
Which way did it go?
And he points to the west. Away from the woods.
Has it stolen from this storehouse before? Does it always go that way? When it flees?
Huh.
I turn to the
Same
west.
direction.
What is to the west? Just more town?
The west, you're at the southernmost point of town. The west is more or less wilderness, though a series of mountains does start to... Well, mountains. They're hills, really, but they do start to jut up the farther you go, sort of southwest. In the very distance, you can see what looks to be a river leading north and south-ish. And the mountains and the river, likely, from this angle, would eventually meet.
Does it strike every 5 days?
Or wait,
Does it-
no.
No, I thought it struck every day, but every 5 days it didn't.
Oh, right, sorry. So, and it struck yesterday? No. Wait. So today's the day it's not striking, right?
Does
Does it
does
always-
not respond to that one.
Well, I'm asking the group, sorry. Today's
Yeah.
must be the day it's not striking. So if it always strikes 4 days in a row and takes a rest on the 5th day,
Could it
Are
be
there
Jesus
are there
on a weird
4?
schedule?
Are there 4 storehouses in town? Alright, and it's always in the same order from night to night. So, according to this construct, it's consistent. Which is very strange.
I mean,
Do you think tomorrow we should all stake out one of the storehouses and not intervene because it would be split up and that'd be dangerous? But because they're going to hit one of them and we're going to at least be able to see and then follow.
Well, we know it goes west,
I wonder if we can go find
so we could just...
tracks or something.
Yeah.
What time is it?
At this point, it's probably close to 9:30ish.
I'd really
Does-
like to go investigate for tracks for a little bit.
At this point, you see a group of foxes has come up to the to Rook, and are just milling about its legs and rubbing in. It just doesn't seem to mind them. It looks down at them briefly and then just looks back up at you.
is it those things? Okay.
To the rook, I want to ask, does it stay on the ground or does it fly? Okay.
I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Nice.
Good idea.
Hello.
This plant talks. This plant talks. Did you see this plant talks? Ooh, what
Yeah, I
interesting
do
plant.
talk. I do talk, and now you guys talk.
We always talk plant.
Well, I always talk, Fox.
Very well. Good conversation then. And they sort of
No.
start to go.
Do you guys want some meat?
Why?
Because I thought if I was asking you guys questions, and if you answered those questions for me, I have an inn with the inn owner, and I could probably ask her for some food and give it to you.
That's an interesting thought. Well, do we really need it? We get our meat where we get our meat. Would they be mad? Well, I don't know if they'd be mad. Ask your questions and we'll decide if we want the meat.
Okay, I'm just saying, who doesn't want a little extra?
Well, they say we're not supposed to take extra. Now, it couldn't hurt.
Who's they?
Who? The lead fox says.
Well, you were talking about would they mind if we took more meat.
I don't remember that.
Well, you said it, and then I thought maybe if I talked to them and asked if you guys could have more meat.
I don't know what you're talking about. But what are your questions?
Gaslighting
Okay.
foxes.
We'll circle back to that. Do you guys know what's been stealing from the storerooms?
They've been stealing from the storerooms? I don't know.
If-
I don't know what a storeroom is. Well, I don't know what stealing is.
You know this building? There's like 3 others like it in town, and with the big rock guys in front. I'm gonna insight check. Do they know what I'm talking about?
Make an insight check on the fox.
I am. I'm good at it, and it's a 25.
They don't call it fox's cunning for nothing. These foxes are keeping a secret.
Guys, I know you guys aren't telling me everything. What can I do to loosen your lips a little bit?
Well, I'm afraid we don't really need anything from you. Our needs are taken care of.
I mean, needs are taken care of, but do you want something?
I don't know. Do we want something? Well, I know what I want. What do we want? I'm fine. It's interesting to talk to a plant. I've never done it before, but you plants are just like those other meaty things. It sort of nudges its nose towards the town. You never have interesting questions to ask.
I'm sorry, I'm not really good at this. This is my first time. Guys, do you guys know an interesting question to ask?
What?
The foxes, they're being kind of mean. And they're saying I'm not asking interesting
Yeah,
questions.
Heather, what did the fox say?
All right,
How long have you been waiting?
That's it. That's Dark
We're
Futures.
waiting about 3 minutes on that one.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times Phoenix has single-handedly canceled Dungeon Party.
Pretty frequently.
We all canceled Dungeon Party.
Get
from time to
our
time.
data analysts on that, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nick or Ricky, let us know.
Get right on that, Nick and Ricky.
Wait,
Thank you.
Nick Nolte watches us?
Nick Nolte watches this, yeah. And Ricky.
Gervais.
No.
Gervais.
That guy sucks.
Martin.
Ricky Martin. Yeah, Ricky Martin also watches it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that Ricky.
That's the one, yeah.
No, that song is by Puss in Boots and Donkey.
Yeah. Antonio Banderas and Eddie Murphy originated that song.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Okay,
foxes are chittering.
so-
They're laughing at Tether right now.
Oh, I thought we're actually finishing.
No.
Oh.
Mid conversation.
I know, I was like, well, okay. Okay.
don't know.
What sort of thing do foxes like? Do they like riddles?
Turn, I'd say you're the expert on this.
I've never
honestly.
spoken to a fox.
Okay.
I actually just learned how to,
Turn, can you talk to them too?
I learned how to speak to
like-
animals after coming to the school. No, I
But, like,
already
you lived in the
I already
forest,
spoke to-
right?
but I didn't speak to the foxes. That
You
was
must have like.
wasn't until after I came to the college. No, I already spoke to the horses this morning, so I'm afraid
You
there
can't
will,
do any more?
there'll be no more speaking to animals on my behalf.
Okay, I can do this. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, it was probably rude of me to talk to my friends while we were talking.
Yes, rude. Well, to be expected.
Well, to be fair, you guys are being a little rude too. But, like, I don't know your life, so maybe You have reason to be. But I just want to help you guys and help the town.
We don't need help.
Ask them what they think of French boy, the Solosian man.
Okay. My friend wants to know what you guys think of the guy who just left, the mean one.
The smelly one?
Does he smell?
He
You
smells
probably
of-
have better hearing, smelling it than me.
He smells of spices and sours
Oh,
that we don't know.
Yeah, he makes potions.
He doesn't. We don't.
You don't think of him.
We don't. He's not very nice to us, but no one is.
I thought you guys seemed like the horses like you.
Horses have a good heart.
They are. Do you know Gray and Abigail and what was the other one?
Thunder.
Thunder?
Horses have names?
Yeah. What's your name?
I don't need a name.
You don't. Okay. How do you guys differentiate each other? Probably by smell.
You can't just tell who other people are? You can't
Oh,
tell that other plants are other plants?
Oh, I can, but some people like to have like an identity that they can. I don't know. It's a weird metaphysical thing.
Foxes don't seem to understand the metaphysical concept of having an identity.
Heather thinks all foxes look the same.
Yikes.
It's not good.
Yikes.
Foxes are gonna get mad.
Well,
So you guys don't want anything.
We're-
And you don't.
yeah.
Wait. Ooh, wait. Did I? I did. 1 second. Can I read something real quick?
Sure.
Oh, never mind. It probably will fail. I do have animal friendship,
Ooh.
So that's
like-
potentially worth doing. Unless it's also... I don't know if speak with animals is concentration.
I don't think it is. It might.
You're probably gonna go to bed soon, so don't worry about using the spell slot.
Animal friendship
is not.
Neither is animal friendship, so...
Nice.
Yeah, but they'll probably get mad if I fail.
It's up to you.
But apparently I'm not good at questioning, so maybe I should.
These are just mean foxes, I think.
Yeah.
Is that something they make a save for, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you couldn't guide yourself.
Well, if they have 4 or more intelligence, the spell automatically fails. And
Yeah, and they
if
seem to be
have
pretty smart.
less, then...
Yeah, they seem to be pretty smart, so that's why I don't think it'll work. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking to the foxes. You can tell I'm kind of... I was about to say I'm green, as in like I'm like new at this, but also I'm green, so
I
that's
think we're
funny.
colorblind, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
Well, we're a little bored, so I think we're going to go.
Do you know what's happening at the... What's the Spider Queen? What is
The
it?
Withered Queen's Court.
The Wither Queen's court.
The what?
The
We don't go there.
It's okay. That's okay. It's a bad place.
We don't even usually come this close to it.
Oh, so you don't usually be in town?
Ooh.
You seem pretty familiar with town.
Oh, we've been every now and again.
Wait, were they lying to me
About what, specifically?
about the Withered Queen's court?
What'd
The
you
roll
get?
of 22.
No, they don't go there.
Okay, cool.
I don't know why that got me, but Blake just being like, woo, in response to the question really got me.
Do you know anything about what's west of here?
Yeah.
What is it?
That's where we live.
Oh, you live there. Are you by the river or by the mountains?
Yes.
Or are you by both or by one of them?
Yes.
Are you by the river?
Yes.
Are you by the mountain? So do you have a large, like, hunting range? That's probably the answer.
Sometimes.
The they who takes care of them.
I already asked about that.
I know, but I'm saying it's probably not the foxes doing it. It's the they going back and forth.
Yeah, I
Taking care of the
figured, but,
foxes
like, they
'cause-
don't want it.
Yeah, that just occurred to me though. So- I was just saying it out loud in case anybody else wasn't catching on as fast as you were.
Do you mind if I, like, come with you tonight to see your home? I'm always curious.
We do mind.
I'm not welcome.
Foxes only, sorry.
Foxes only? So nothing but foxes are allowed to be to the west of here?
You can go where you want, but our home is for foxes and foxes alone.
That's understandable. I'm part of the Acorn Gang back in where I'm from. They're a group of squirrels. I know, squirrels.
Squirrels. Squirrels are delicious. Do you have squirrels?
Yeah, I have squirrels. They're my friends, but also I eat a lot of squirrels too.
Do you have squirrels with you?
Not squirrels. I could probably get you some squirrels if you want. Like I said, I could have access to a lot of yummy food from the tavern, probably food you never had before.
Well, if you wanted to get us food, we wouldn't say no.
Okay, do you know where I'm staying? When I talk about the inn, that's where the horses were.
Ah, yes, the inn.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. If you ever want to, like, come over, I'll probably have food for you.
We're gonna be
And-
murdered in our sleep by fucking foxes.
All right. Well,
Aaron's giving away our address.
we're all
doxed.
full up tonight, but we'll be back if you'll give us
More
food.
like fox.
I'll give you a lot of, like... Are you omnivores?
We'll eat anything.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Goodberry. Like, do you guys want these for the road? They'll last for 24 hours.
Sure.
In their little fox pockets.
We're just gonna eat them.
Oh.
I would recommend eating, like, more than one.
All
They're
right.
very filling.
Well then, and they just sort of look at you expectantly.
Here.
They come up and lick them out of your palm.
Okay.
Well, we'll be off. Enjoy your night. And they chitter amongst themselves a little bit and start to saunter away.
I bet Tether's got a ton of great info. That conversation went on for a while.
Yeah.
I think this crime
were
is
looking at-
solved.
Yeah, I mean, there's
They
even
were
like an
looking at her
exchange
so
of goods.
intently.
Colreal said, like, if you want something from somebody, you give him something. Tether did it. Like, good,
Can't believe this was supposed to take a week.
right? Tether, what do you got for us?
I think I just got bullied by some foxes.
What?
Well,
They're very mean. They're making fun of my questions, saying I was boring. They're from the west, and they have, like, a friend or a patron or something that they won't tell me about, and maybe, like, I don't know if, like, Darren can, like, send us some birds to follow them to see where they're going, because apparently only foxes are allowed.
Hey, that's something.
That is something. I think we should definitely keep an eye on the foxes. I think they're somehow connected by the sound of it. You said they live to the west? They must know
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I tried asking where, but then they were just kind of, like, making fun of me because I had asked if were you by the river or by the mountains, and they kept saying yes, and I didn't know what that meant. They had a large hunting territory, or they, like, were migratory, or they just were, just, like, saying yes to be annoying. But it was weird because they were being annoying and bullying me, but I wanted them to like me.
Mm-hmm.
Can your birds follow them? Or do they kind of gotta stay by you?
Well, my immediate birds usually just flock around me. They can't really do much of that sort of thing, but tomorrow I could find a bird and ask them if they'd be happy to do some work for us.
Excuse me.
It's not a guarantee though. It'd have to be a matter of finding a friendly, cooperative
Smart.
bird. Well, all birds are smart.
Right. Of course. My mistake.
So I'm afraid I can't do anything about it tonight.
Well, they'll probably come back tomorrow because I offered to give them food from the inn.
Yeah.
Why do they stop
Oh,
every 5
what?
days? Has to be something to do with. Maybe something moved into the fox's home or something?
Maybe, okay, this might be me reaching, but they said they were kind of full up tonight, so maybe they steal stuff for 4 days, and then the 5th day, they're, like, good.
Rook did
Yeah.
say that it wasn't the foxes that were stealing.
I know.
Well, it isn't
Right.
the foxes, but it could be
Could be the they.
like whoever is with the foxes, or the foxes know, or maybe the foxes are told, "Oh, don't tell about me," and they'll give you some cut of the stolen goods. So
Hey, Rook.
I thought that was Knight, or is it Bishop?
I thought
No,
this
that's-
was Rook.
It's
this is
Rook.
Rook. He's got the castle head.
There's a picture of him
Oh.
in on the Discord.
You can't just
there
put
is.
a fucking Rook on General Gravis and call it good.
That's Rook. That's Rook.
Well,
That's what
The
Rook looks like.
Discord.
Discord's
In
a
the red-
cursed, horrible place, and you're making it that way, Peter.
oh, I see.
It's exactly how he was described to me. Automaton, 4 arms, Rook head. Rook. Tomorrow, during the day, we can go in. Right? Okay. Could we stay in? Ah.
Rook, we were hired by the second claw,
Bola.
Bolau to investigate. Isn't he the one who's in charge of you? I'm assuming that's probably not going to be enough to let us stay in there, is it? Hmm.
Who? Oh, who would? Who? Yeah, we can't ask who. You know, it's really hard to like put all our politics stuff into practice when we're talking to like someone who can't talk.
That's fine. I think we just have to.
Stop that.
I don't think there's much to be gained here, personally.
Unless you guys want to follow the foxes tonight and really nail them and show them who's boss.
You into what to the foxes?
What, Tether?
Tether wants to nail
You know.
That's not what we're here for.
But I just
We do
want to
that in your spare
pound
time.
them to the ground and let them know
Just
I'm
like I do with my
dominant.
swords.
What are you talking about?
I think we should call it a night. Hang on a second. I wonder if... Can't tell if Septon's thinking or if I'm thinking.
You know what we said about characters earlier.
I just imagine like all of us leaning in with anticipation, even Rook.
The foxes come back, look intently.
No, I got nothing.
Rook, would you mind if we sat on the roof all night long? You would mind? So we are not allowed to do that. Can I stand right here in front of you all night long?
Rook, if I tried to walk past you right now, what would happen?
His other 2 sets of arms do that.
Got it. For a minute,
Rook.
I had a theory that Rook was in on it, and somebody was just walking past him. But I didn't know how to ask it.
I definitely want to keep an eye on things, even if we decide to... Maybe perhaps one of us will just keep watch tonight, and if I see anything, I'll come get you.
I mean, yeah, Rook, can a few of us, like, sleep here? Okay.
I can cast whispers on people, so as long as the inn isn't a mile a longer
How
away,
far away is the inn?
I could.
It's not a
How
mile.
long?
This town isn't a mile long.
Okay.
All right, we could do that.
Hopefully, if I roll high, it can be a few hours.
I shouldn't roll until we start, though. Shouldn't
Yeah.
cast it until we start. Right. Well, is that the plan? Who wants to keep an eye on things tonight? I'd be happy to.
I mean,
Sleep
is our
in
goal to
tomorrow,
stay up late and sleep in a little?
That's what my plan is, so that we can be ready for tomorrow. I mean, I'm sure during the day, you can be asking people for more information, like the provisioner.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be happy to stay here. I still have some investigating I want to do around the area.
Right, the last one that would have been hit wouldn't have been this one. It would have been a different one, I suppose. We could probably look around that one, see if we can find any fresh tracks or anything.
Rook, can you point us to the last storehouse that got hit?
And he points to the north side of town.
Ah, okay. Shall we?
Sure.
We
Very well.
Shandy, do you want to check out anything else here?
I can come back later if we're staying the night here.
Alright.
All right. And as you head off to check out the other one, that is where we will end this year's session of Dungeon Party Bright Futures. Yeah. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging.